Muhammad can do it here. Swinging a drive. Deep center field. Going back is Scott. And that one is gone. This game is tied at 6. Harden drives in. Harden. And it's rejected by Flag. Flag recovers it. Flag driving. He might go coast to coast. Gives it to Nembhard in the corner. Nembhard for 3. Bang! For 3. Ryan Nembhard makes it a 20-point lead. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders! Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown! And welcome in everybody to District Nation. Welcome back in, everybody. Hope everyone is having a great and awesome evening as it is Friday night. And we are here for some Washington Nationals baseball as the Washington Nationals take a trip to Chicago to face off with the Chicago White Sox. This is the first game of a 3-game series that we're going to be watching. This is game 1. Welcome everybody to District Nation, YouTube's home of Nationals, Mavs, and Commanders. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We recently just hit 200 subscribers just now. Thank you so much to everyone who made that happen. Just wanted to open with that. And today, the Nationals are going to go to Chicago. And this is not going to be a game that is known for its pitching tonight. This is two teams, first off, just looking quickly at the White Sox, they're not the best offensive team. They're lower in the offensive categories, so we're not going to see a huge offensive game. But the Nationals have been one of the best offensive teams in the game right now. The Nationals have been unstoppable offensively. James Wood has been a force in the leadoff spot. Guys are getting hot. C.J. Abrams has been pretty good. Luis Garcia Jr. had a good game, hitting right behind James Wood. So it's all starting to come together on the offensive side. I think everything is getting going. This team is starting to figure it out a little bit. They're not struggling offensively anymore. We're not worried about that when we're going into games. We're not worried about the offense. I'm encouraged by the offense each night that they are fueling wins right now. The offense is getting it done. So I'm interested to see what the Nationals can do with the pitching tonight, because the pitching is a big problem. The camera just froze here. But we'll be back. There we go. But the camera just froze there for a hot second. But really, it's the offense tonight. The offense needs to come alive and make this game easier on the bullpen. And I'm not saying the offense hasn't done that. The offense has done that almost every single night. They have come out and done that. So now they need to put up runs and just hope that the Nationals can get it done. And the bullpen is going to need to. Tonight we have one of the other situations where P.J. Pullen is getting the start to go for about an inning or two. Maybe, I think the most he's gone is an inning. He went 2/3 last time he did this starting role. So we'll see how he does in this role tonight. But on the other side, you got Miles Michaelis coming in. And Pullen has done this for Michaelis previously. It's been Michaelis usually on the side. He did it for little ones. But Pullen, the rationale isn't exactly there for me. I don't get why we're doing it with Michaelis. I would expect to do. I get he's a lefty, throws a little from the side, different arm angle, kind of lower arm angle, doesn't throw as hard. And then you got Miles Michaelis, a righty who's very over the top, very veteran type of arm. It might be they just want them to feed off each other, two different arms, or they want Michaelis getting deep into games. It could be either one. It could be both. It could be many factors. It's just, I would want to see it. I liked it with Little. Maybe it was just because I liked Little's outing that day, but I feel like it worked with Little. And I think they're trying to replicate what the Rays did when they did it during their World Series season. And now, the Nationals are trying to do it. And on the other side, the White Sox are doing it too. The White Sox are going to try to do the closer starting the game with Hudson starting this game for the White Sox. We'll get in on him just a little bit. No outings in his last few outings, over an inning. So both starters are going to be out after the first inning, and then we're going to go to our actual starters. And on the other side, it's a familiar face. Eric Fetty is getting the start for the Chicago White Sox. Eric Fetty. So Eric Fetty kind of changed when he went to St. Louis. He became a different type of guy. When he was in DC, pretty bad. Wasn't really the best guy for the Nationals. He was our 5-starter consistently. 5-starter, 4-starter. In 2022, he went up a little bit. He was a little bit better of a starter. But now he's gone. He left. Now he's in the role. He is now with the White Sox. He went to the Cardinals, became a pretty good pitcher. I mean, made a statement for himself in St. Louis with Michaelis. So 2 former Cardinals are going to battle it out today. Fedde was traded at a trade deadline about a year ago. I believe it was in 2025. He was traded away, sent to Chicago, where it's not exactly a place for pitchers. I mean, they don't get too much offense. This offensive lineup is not the best one. Just to run through it, Pereira in the leadoff spot, Mydroth hitting, Vargas, Montgomery, Cuero, Antonacci, Acuna, Peters. Not the best offensive guys. One name I did not say, though, who is hitting in the 3-hole, playing at first base, Munetaka Murakami. First baseman, hitting third, 10 home runs. The key to the victory tonight is Murakami for both teams. If you can get Murakami out, don't let him hit a home run. The thing is, he's Joey Gallo, but better. Joey Gallo couldn't hit except for a home run. Murakami can draw some walks too, and he's going to hit home runs. Gallo didn't do that. Murakami reminds me of a guy like Joey Gallo, just so much better. Murakami will be the White Sox All-Star. Heck, he might be Rookie of the Year. So, what does that mean for the Nationals tonight? You have to limit him. I like that Murakami is going to face Pullen in the first inning, hopefully. Hopefully Pullen gets to him. It's the first 3 hitters. Pereira, Mydroth, maybe not the hardest outs of Pullen's career. Murakami, his first at-bat is going to be against P.J. Pullen. And that is so much better than your first at-bat being against Miles Michaelis. I would so rather Pullen face him than Michaelis face him. So that's just one thing for me. If Pullen can get him out, get through the next 6. Michaelis can get through the next 6. This game is on Michaelis. I mean, 4 innings is amazing. If 4 innings he can get us, that'd be amazing. That's just give us to the 5th, and the bullpen can take over. And tonight, a bullpen arm is debuting for the Nationals. So there's a bullpen arm debuting for the Washington Nationals. His name is Riley Cornelio, previously in AAA Rochester. We'll see him come up and pitch at the Major League level tonight in Chicago, getting his debut against the White Sox. Can you ask for a better team to debut against right now? I don't think I can ask for a better team. That's just my opinion, though. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Be sure to put your thoughts on the game in the poll. You can put who you're voting for. But the biggest thing is tonight that if you want to get a good out, you got to get Murakami out. That's the most important thing. It's getting Murakami out tonight. All the others out. Maybe Antonacci might be a little problem, but he's in the 7-hole. Pereira, not the biggest problem, but Murakami. And good thing Pullen is facing him. A lefty-lefty matchup. That's very important. Michaelis has the next 6. Give Michaelis 4 good innings. Maybe get Cornelio 1 or 2 innings. He is a converted starter. That gets us to 7th inning. That gets us through 7. 2 innings. Varland and Beater. Very realistic that Varland and Beater can get us the 8th and 9th. If the Nationals offense can give them a good lead, no reason Varland and Beater can win us this game after Cornelio, Michaelis, and Pullen get their job done. I feel like it's a high price to ask with the Nationals right now. Is it a good 9 innings from the pen? But if the Nationals offense can explode like it previously has, being one of the best offenses in the game, I don't see why not. The trouble hasn't been on the Nationals offense. It's been on the bullpen. So we'll see how the Nationals do. If they can put up some runs, that'll be very important. The Nationals, the record doesn't show it. Because of the bullpen, the record does not reflect the level of play lately. 11-15, 3rd in the NL East. Not good, but you're stuck behind Atlanta, who's 18-8, who's red hot, and Miami, who's 12-13. This is probably one of the worst starts the NL East has had, because the NL East is consistently a good division, and the Nationals have had good seasons where in other divisions in previous years, they would have won the division. But now, they aren't, because the NL East is a very good division. They have consistently good teams. The Braves, consistently contenders, never really had too big of a rebuild period. They've always had that star. When Freeman left, Acuna was already at the star level. So they still have that. The thing is, right now with the standings, the Mets, that is a big reflection of what they are not. I am not a Mets fan. I am not defending them right now. But they are 9-16, and I don't think that is what they're going to finish. They're not going to finish anywhere near there. They're going to finish only a few games under 500. They're a good team. They have Soto, who's on the IL right now, so you're not even getting your best offensive guy in the lineup. They lost Pete Alonso, and one guy cannot send you to this level of play. Losing one guy to the IL and one guy in the offseason. The Nationals, when they dipped, lost more than just one guy in 2021. In 2021, they lost Turner, Scherzer, Gomes, Harrison, Bell stayed, but all these big hands for the Nationals in 2021, Schwarber, all these big players, even Brad Hand, if you want to consider him, all of them were traded away. That's why they fell off so much, is because they lost more than just one guy. The Mets lost one and have one on the IL, so no reason they cannot bounce back. The Mets will bounce back. Not defending them. I don't want them to pass the Nationals in the standings, but I believe they will. I think they have the talented roster too, and I just think they're going to bounce back because they are a good team. The Nationals, their way of holding with these good teams, their way of keeping up because they don't have the best bullpen, this is not the year to contend. We are still in rebuild mode. If we want to keep playing at this level, it's the offense, because the bullpen is, chances are, not going to perform at the level it is. I'm not blaming them, but they don't have that level of arms yet. That level of arms is sitting in AA Harrisburg right now, developing, getting to that level. Harleen Susana is going to be that guy. Harleen Susana throws consistently 100 miles an hour, so when he comes up, the bullpen will get better because we're going to have a shutdown guy in the 8th or 9th inning. And then one starter as well. Get one starter, and that will happen as well. So we're about 5 minutes away from first pitch here. So we're going to get started with the starting lineups now for both teams, starting with the Washington Nationals. Blake Buter's Nationals. Leading off in right field is going to be James Wood. Batting second at left field is Dalen Lyle. Batting third is going to be the designated hitter, Brady House. Batting fourth at shortstop is C.J. Abrams. Batting fifth, the center fielder, is Jacob Young. Batting sixth is Jorbit Vivas. Vivas is the third baseman. Batting seventh is the second baseman, Nasim Nunez. Batting eighth at first base is going to be Luis Garcia Jr. And batting ninth, the catcher, Drew Millis. And on the mound, for just an inning, the starter is going to be P.J. Pullen, 2-0 with a 4.97. But it's going to be Miles Michaelis to get the game going with the length of the game. So here we go. Now we're going to get to Will Venable's White Sox, a team trying to find their stride offensively. Their offense has been built around their three-hitter, Murakami, but let's look at some of the other guys we'll see tonight for the White Sox. Batting first is going to be the designated hitter. The designated hitter is going to be Everson Pereira. Batting seventh at second base is going to be Chase Mydroff. Batting third at third base, Munetaka Murakami. Batting fourth at third base is going to be Miguel Vargas. Batting fifth is going to be the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Batting sixth is going to be Edgar Cuero. Cuero's the catcher today's game. Batting seventh, the guy who played for Team Italy, Sam Antonacci. He'll be hitting. He's only hitting 185, not the best start to his season. Batting eighth is going to be Luis Angel Acuna, who is Ronald Acuna Jr.'s brother. Angel Acuna's manning center field. Antonacci's in left, by the way. And batting ninth is going to be the right fielder, Tristan Peters. And on the mound to officially start the game is Brian Hudson. But it's going to be Eric Fetty to make the start. Hudson's 0-0 with a 1.69. It's going to be Eric Fetty to go the distance for the Nationals, for the White Sox, similar to what Miles Michaelis is going to do tonight. Once again, for the Nationals, it's going to be Woodlyle House, Abrams Young Vivas, Nunez Garcia Jr. Millis, with Pullen on the mound. And for the White Sox, it's Pereira, Mydroth Murakami, Vargas, Montgomery, Cuero, Antonacci, Acuna, Peters, with Hudson on the mound. So that's your game. It's going to be from right field in Chicago, home of the Chicago White Sox, one of two teams in Chicago. You got White Sox and the Cubs. P.J. Pullen looks ready to go. The Nationals are going to be wearing their alternate road blue uniforms. They wore them on Thursday as well, and the White Sox are going to wear their City Connect uniforms that are themed bulls that say Chicago across them. They're red with black sleeves with some red and white trim. So 3 different colors there, but it's themed Bulls. So that's just a little theme for you. Looking quickly at the standings in the NL Central, the Guardians are 14-12, head the standings. Detroit's tied with them. So the Tigers are right there. Minnesota 12-13. Chicago White Sox 10-15, and the Kansas City Royals find themselves at 8-17. Let's go Nats. Let's go. That is what we want to hear. Let's go Nats. And just for you, Nats, 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 woo, with the hat. So now we're just about 2 minutes away from first pitch. Wondering how the Nationals will get this started. I think he does have it, but I'm wondering, does Wood have the green light first pitch after what he did on Thursday? This is a bullpen arm again with Hudson on the mound, Brian Hudson. Probably going to get a fastball first pitch. Does Wood hit it? Does Wood have the green light to take a hack and try to send that ball out of here? Does he have that first pitch? Or is Blake Butera, the manager, going to give him the take sign? I don't know. But we will see to see what his line's going to be. So here we go. There we go. I'm putting that message up there just so I can have it there. Let's go. Hope you all are excited for tonight's game between the Nationals and the White Sox. We're going to get started at 7:40, so we're just about a minute away from first pitch now. Got to drink the water during the game. So here we go. We already got some votes in the poll. Kind of split a little bit between Nationals and White Sox. If you're a White Sox fan, what is up? And maybe if you're a Nats fan too. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I don't care what team you're rooting for. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So we're going to get underway just about now from right field in Chicago, Illinois. So you know what that means. We're going to go into the game day screen. Here we go. Going to be 63 degrees at first pitch. Just about. And here we go. It's going to be James Wood to lead it off. Hope you like this new microphone look. Other than just the headset look, this is a new microphone. I used this before I introduced the face cam. I was using this mic. Just, ESPN is going to be a little ahead of me. Just let me make the call. That is the only rule. Let me make the call. No spoilers in the chat. Otherwise, debate. Say whatever you want in the poll. Here we go. Coming set is Brian Hudson, the lefty. Front foot ahead of the other. First pitch to James Wood is in there. Called strike one with a 91-mile-an-hour pitch. And we are underway right here from right field in Chicago, Illinois with some Friday night baseball. Right here on District Nation, Brian Hudson sets. 11 games so far, only 10.2 innings worked. The pitch. Wood check swing no, and that one's outside. And that evens the count up at 1-1. So to be a 1-1 count now. Coming sets Hudson. Here's the pitch to Wood. That is down low with the fastball. That'll make it a 2-1 count. So it'll be 2-1 now to Wood, who is red hot right now. 255 on the season. 10 home runs, 21 RBIs, a 1.009 OPS. Brian Hudson sets. Here's the pitch to Wood. Down low, ball 3 with another fastball. That makes it a 3-1 count. Wood is adept at drawing walks. We saw that last season, even 2024 when he made his debut. Great at drawing walks. Here's the 3-1. Inside, ball 4. And James Wood will take a walk to get this game started. First pitch at 7:40. So now Wood is on first to lead this game off. Does not lead it off with a home run. Thought he might have a chance to do so, but he does not do it this time. And now it'll be Dalen Lyle, the left fielder, who usually has been hitting in the 4-hole a little bit, but tonight we see him in the second hitter spot. Another lefty to pile up lefties on the lefty Hudson. Lyle takes a fastball right in there, called strike one. So it'll be an 0-1 count. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Lyle. Swinging and a foul back, and it'll be a fastball, and it'll be 0-2 immediately there. Just swung and fouled that one back. Lyle trying to get his season started. He's hitting .295, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. The hitting is there. The power's lurking. The power's lurking around. And I'm excited to see it truly blossom. Hudson sets. Here comes his 0-2. He goes over to first, and Wood is picked off there. James Wood was fooled by that move. Hudson had his leg picked up, and he picks him off. So that's out number 1. Wood is picked off. That was not even the best move by Hudson. Just kind of a pick your leg up, go over to first, and Wood got a good secondary there. And he's out. Didn't even get a chance back. What's up? Shamus. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, but foul, and we'll do 0-2 again. What's up, Shamus? Hi, District. What is up? CH should be here in a second. Okay, thank you. Thanks for coming over and watching. So it'll be an 0-2 here. Hudson sets. Here's the 0-2 to Lyle. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 0-2 again. Just checking in. Okay, thank you. 0-0 game, top of the first. 1 out. That's just my little update to you. Hello, District. Straight from Nation's Capital with live play-by-play. I'll get to the full message in a second. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. First baseman Murakami dives off the glove of the second baseman who dove for it as well. And that one's in right field, and that's a base hit for Dalen Lyle here in the top of the first. Dalen Lyle has a single with 1 out. So this. Straight from the Capitol, this is live play-by-play in District Nation Baseball. Tap that like and subscribe button for more. The best in Nationals play-by-play every day. Thank you, CH. That one, Murakami dove into the hole to try to grab it, and then second baseman Madroth also dove for it. It finds its way into the hole. Dalen Lyle has a base hit here to get his day started. So looking good here out of the 2-hole, and now it'll be Brady House who hits in the 3-hole once again. Coming sets Hudson, now a righty to face the lefty the pitch. House swings and misses at the fastball in there. It'll be 0-1. So now 1 out and Lyle on first after the Wood pickoff. Hudson sets. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it'll be 0-2. Shout out to my uncle for that call. Shout out Uncle Robert with that swing and a miss call just for you. Exactly, CH. Chomsky in the house. Chomsky with a visit to the nation's capital. There you go. Coming sets Hudson. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout there for Brian Hudson. Sets down Brady House. And that's strikeout number 1 for Brian Hudson. And now that'll bring up C.J. Abrams. Abrams had a bomb on Thursday off of the J.R. Ritchie who debuted in that game. Ritchie in his debut gave up 2 bombs. 1 on his first pitch, and then Abrams came up later. So now Abrams will face Brian Hudson. First pitch, and this one is going to be just low with the sweeper, and it's a 1-0 count. Just missed the zone there. Is this the year the Nats take the next step? Stay tuned to find out. Yep. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it will be too, and I think we've already taken some good steps in general. The 1-0. And Abrams fouls this one back, and it'll be a 1-1 count now. So it'll be 1-1 count. 2 outs. Lyle, not really a threat to steal, but he could go at any second, maybe surprise the team a little bit. Here's the pitch, and Abrams takes a fastball right in there, called strike 2. Yup, this is where the professionals live, in a White House and a home to a monument that looks like a tall pencil with a memorial that I saw on the back of a penny. That is awesome. So now it'll be a 1-2 count. Hudson sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This one fielded by Murakami cleanly. He'll go to first for out number 3, which will end the inning. So now P.J. Pullen warming up in the pen. Rarely you ever see this. P.J. Pullen, who is a reliever starting the game tonight, is going to come out of the bullpen to go. He was warming up that entire inning. So now Pullen will come out of the bullpen. In that inning, 1 hit, a walk, 1 man left on base at the end of the top of the first. It's Washington 0. Chicago White Sox coming up. This is Washington. Yep. And this is District Nation. Let's go. Thank you, Chavez. All right, so we're going to get going with the bottom of the first. Is going to be Pereira, Mydroth, and Murakami. Murakami is the one threat. Like I've said, I said it during the pregame. Get out Murakami. Murakami is the priority. If you can get out Murakami, everything is good. I think Murakami needs to be your priority right now. Get him out. The first two hitters, you can relax because they are not the fuel of the offense. This is one guy where I'm genuinely afraid of what he can do to fuel their offense. He is their offense right now. So be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, just so you know. Be sure, if you are already subscribed, just hit that like button. We are already at 4. Let's go. Already at 4 likes. So our record is 45. Sorry for that drop. This is a very strong microphone, so I've noticed. Show some love. Subscribe for more. Unlike some Friday nights, you won't regret that. That's a good quote. You won't. Thank you, CH, for the support. Here we go. Got a good amount of Nats fans already in the stands. So it's going to be Everson Pereira, the righty, to face PJ Pullen to start this one here in the bottom of the first. So again, the White Sox, their offense isn't their thing. It's Murakami. Murakami is the offense. I'll be back with Fitzy. I'll come back once the game is over for Boston or Fitzy. Rage quits. He's getting livid right now, dropping a no-no word. Okay. PJ Pullen, 14 games this season. 3 starts with a 2-0 record, a 4.97 ERA, over 12.2 innings. Pullen sets. First pitch to Pereira is outside, ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count. Once again, the White Sox are wearing their Bull City Connect uniforms. I actually like them. It says Chicago stripped across. Here is the 1-0. Pereira swings and fouls that one down the right field line. It'll be 0-1. Or excuse me, 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 count to Pereira, who's hitting 271. He wears number 28, 3 home runs this season, 6 ribbies, an 8.87 OPS. Pullen comes set at the belt. The 1-1. Pereira swings and drives this one to Abrams over at short in the hole. Fires it to first. Inside. Oh, no, it's not. Wait, are they saying he didn't come off the bag? So Pereira's on first. They're calling him safe and saying Garcia came off the bag. So Abrams played that one towards the hole. A good play there. That was hit to his right. Made a nice ranging play, kind of falling over as he made the throw. And it looks like Garcia slightly came off the bag. And Pereira is on first. That'll bring up Mydroth, the second baseman. Pullen swinging his arm as he comes set at the belt. Checks on Pereira. First pitch, and this one is in there. Called strike 1 with a fastball, and it's an 0-1 count. Pullen's not going to overpower you with the velocity. He's going to bring you breaking stuff. He's going to locate well. So we'll see if he can do that in this inning. Chase Mydroth working. So they are going to give him a single on that. The 0-1. Swinging a line drive down the right field line, but foul. And it'll be a 1-1 count. Or, excuse me, 0-2. Excuse me on these counts. So they did give Pereira a single here in the bottom of the first to lead off the game. Maybe they'll go back and change that. But for now, that is the official scorer's decision. Not my decision at all. That's the scorer's, and I follow the scorer's decision when giving the play-by-play. 0-2. The pitch is low ball 1 and inside with a changeup, and then I'll make it a 1-2 count. This will be 1-2. Coming set is Pullen. Mydroth the righty. Pullen goes back to first and back in time safely. It's Pereira. So Wood was picked off in the first, and Pereira, the leadoff hitter, will not be picked off. I'm wondering what Butera probably had to say to Wood after that play. Wood was on first, then Lau singles. What could have been? You got to think about that. Here's the 1-2. Inside, ball 2. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. Not in time and high. The throw from Millis was high to the second baseman Nunez. And Pereira has a successful stolen base here in the bottom of the first. Got a good jump there. Just headed down there. And the throw from Millis was probably in time in general. But I don't think that he would have. I don't think he would have been there. Throw on midnight. Also, Fitzy says hello, by the way. Thank you. So now here's the pitch. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball. Foul. And we'll do 2-2 again. 2-2. No outs. Runner on second is Pereira. He is a threat to score on a base hit. It would not be good for Murakami to hit with any runners in scoring position. Pullen has stepped off the rubber here, taking some time, and he steps back onto the rubber. He has Pereira at second, so it would be bad if Mydroth could drive in a run too. Just get him out here. Pullen sets. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball, foul down the third baseline, and we'll do 2-2 again. Thought he had him on that one. He was out in front of it on a front foot, but Mydroth manages to get a bat on it and keep the count at 2-2. I wonder if Pullen will even be able to complete the inning. Pullen, the biggest thing is you got to be able to complete the inning, man. Completing the inning is the most important thing. Pullen sets. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Deep right, going back as right fielder would, he'll make the catch a few steps in front of the track and just throw it in. So now out number 1 is in the books. Murakami has been red hot. So now he'll hit. This birdie I have in my logo bought for my mom for my candy store day. I spent $50. My mom, I'm collecting bottles. So that is cool. That's cool. Ever woke up on a Saturday morning with Friday night regrets? Ever got to legally in November with February regrets? Play it safe and support District Nation for all fun, no regrets. Thank you, CH, for that quote. So I've been told I have a few shout-outs to make. First pitch to Murakami. Swing and a miss and a sweeper, and it's 0-1. So Pereira did move up to third on that play. I didn't realize he did. Wood didn't try to make a too powerful throw. I thought Pereira was staring at second. He's now at third. So I have a couple shout-outs to make at the next moment I have a chance. The pitch is outside, ball 1 with a sweeper. I'll make it a 1-1 count. Got a couple shout-outs to make to a couple different people. CH, yep. Here is the 1-1. Murakami takes a low with a sinker, and that'll make it a 2-1 count. So Pullen is at 13 pitches. He's facing Murakami with a runner on third, but Murakami's also struck out 32% of his at-bats. 21% have been walks, and 9 have been home runs. Here's the 2-1. Murakami swings and misses at a sweeper, and it's a 2-2 count. Even bottom of the first, this would be a huge strikeout for the Nationals. Early on, get him out early. He is a threat to this offense. He's a threat to the game. If he puts the ball to the outfield, too, I think Pereira scores. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Murakami swings and grounds this one foul down the right field line, and we'll do 2-2 again. That could have been dangerous, too. He was very early on that pitch. If he gets out in front of it, he can drive a ball. But most of his home runs have been to the center field area, so he's been on time. He's been perfecting most of them. If you play MLB The Show, you know what I mean with perfect. 2-2. 1 out and a runner on third. Pullen swinging his arms as he waits for a sign as he's in the stretch position. Now he sets. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at the fastball. And P.J. Pullen sets down Murakami here in the bottom of the first and makes it 2 outs. Now, I don't even care what happens in this outing. Pullen, you did your job. P.J. Pullen sets down Murakami here in the bottom of the first. Oh no, the Nats are playing the Red Sox. Here's the pitch, and that one is in there, called strike 1. That's a really long, confusing message, but yes, the White Sox are significantly less successful than the Cubs. And it'll be Miguel Vargas here, 0-1 count. He's hitting 195 with 5 home runs. Early on in the season, it's only late April. Anything can happen with these stats. The 0-1. Outside, ball 1 with a sinker, and that'll make it a 1-1 count. anything can happen with the stats right now. We cannot look at the stats and think of anything, really. Anything can happen. So it looks like the Nationals even winning the poll right now? Yes, the Nats are winning the poll. That's the only thing I ask. I just love when the Nats are winning the vote poll. The 1-1 of Vargas. And this one is flied out to right. Coming in is Wood. Going out to first baseman Garcia. It's going to be Wood a few steps off the foul line. And he makes the catch for out number 3. A threat to score that inning. The Nationals set down the White Sox. They only get one hit. They leave a man on third. But the biggest thing, Munetaka Murakami was set down in strikeout fashion. At the end of 1, it is still Washington 0, White Sox 0 as we head to the bottom of the first. So here we go. First off, shout out to my grandparents. Thank you so much for tuning in since you are listening. Thank you so much to Grandma and Grandbob. Thank you. I hear that you're tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me tonight for watching the Nationals and the White Sox. Thanks for listening. And a shout out to Patrick Connors from BF Saul. Thanks for tuning in tonight for this Nationals broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you may be rooting for the Nats. Maybe you're not. But thank you so much for listening to me tonight and hanging out in the stream. It's going to be Young, Vivas, and Nunez for the bottom of the second. So we're going to get going with the top of the second. So I'm assuming we're going to get a pitching change, and it's going to be Erick Fedde. If you remember Erick Fedde, if you've been a Nats fan for a while, chances are you remember Erick Fedde. Hey, thank you. Boom. You are welcome and you rock. Thank you, Mr. Connors, for tuning in with me. Thank you so much for your kind words, and thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching this game. So we're getting going with the second. So quickly here, setting up my chat screen. It's really annoying when I can see the ESPN screen and be ahead. Just remember, ESPN is ahead of me, so let me make the call when calling this game. We are now at 50% Nats. The people are in. Let's go. So it's going to be the second. It's going to be Jacob Young to lead it off. And that first one is in there. So now it's going to be Fedde. The pitch is low and outside. Sorry, I missed a pitch. They didn't show it. It was a first pitch strike. Now to be a 1-1 count. Young hitting in the 5-hole. 250. 2 home runs with 12 RBIs. Already close to his home run total last year. The 1-1 is outside. Ball 2. Fedde going to wear number 47 for the Chicago White Sox. I loved Fedde. He's 4 games 0-3. A 3.92. But I loved Fedde when he was with us. He went out there. Started every 5 days. Never really too injured. Played in 2019. The 2-1 swinging a ground ball fouled on the third baseline. He was on the roster in 2019. Towards the end was not there on the roster. Joe Ross was the one called to make the Game 5 start in 2019. Fedde was there during the regular season, though. He made his debut in 2019. Did well. In 2022, he was one of the better arms for this Nats roster. Fedde in the wind. The 2-2. Swinging a fly ball. Out to right, going back to right fielder Peter. Send him to the track at the wall, but he's going to make the catch a couple steps in front of the wall for out number 1 here in the second. Fedde, he's going to throw you 36% of the time. He's going to hit you with the sweeper. 25% you're going to see the cutter, 24% sinker. The rest of it, it's going to be the change, but that sweeper is going to come at you hard, and he doesn't throw fastball really. He's going to hit you with the breaking stuff, and we saw that in his time in D.C. Pitch to Vivas, and he grounds this one. Shortstop does not make the play. It goes into left center field, and that's a base hit for Jorbit Vivas here in the second inning. Jorbit getting himself on the hit column, so he finds himself on first with a base knock. So Vivas goes the other. Once again, playing against a former Nat. Sigh. Yep. I mean, it's not that I miss Fedde, but at the same time, there are Nats I miss. And Fetty probably is going to go 6 shutty against us. First pitch to Nunez is in there. Called strike one. It's on. I could see Fetty having a good outing against us. He did well against teams who he used to rake against him. He really developed when he left the Nats. I think the Nats should take a message from that. Fetty sets the 0-1 to Nunez. Nunez takes a changeup outside. It's a 1-1 count. Yeah. I don't like playing former Nats because I don't know who to root for in that situation. That's the hardest part. Because I end up cheering for him. Like Fetty, I just love Fetty as a pitcher. The 1-1. Swinging, Nunez pokes this one into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Fielded by Angel Acuna, and he bobbles it. Vivas gets to third base. He'll stop there. And Luis Angel Acuna, with a misread out in center field, puts Nunez at second and Vivas at third here in the top of the second inning. So they're going to give him a single. So they're going to give Nunez a single and then E8. So he's going to advance on an air. So now runners on second and third. First pitch to Garcia. Changeup is not in the zone. Ball 1. Luis Angel. Fetty is better than Meatball. Oh, yes. Eric Fetty is much better than Michaelis. Swinging a fly ball out to deep right. Going back is Peters. He'll make the catch. He got it. Vivas headed home, and he will score. Nunez will head over to third, and the Nationals take the lead here in the top of the second. The Nationals make it 1-0 here in the second. He is much better than me, ball. There goes auto. No one likes autocorrect. So, Garcia with an RBI sack. Puts Vivas into the bench and Nunez at third. Now it'll be Drew Millis, the 9-hole hitter and catcher tonight's game. First pitch to Millis, and he flies this one out to center. Going back is Angel Acuna. To the track, he'll make the catch there for out number 3, and that one will end the inning. But the Nationals do not have an unsuccessful second inning. They put a run on the board, and that's what you need to do against a team like the White Sox. One run. I'm wondering if they're going to make it an earned run. I am unknown on this rule. I would like to know the rule because I want to know if they give Fetty an unearned. So it is unearned, or it is earned, because it was a hit, but he got to third on an error, so they were going to make it an earned run. So 1 run, it was earned on only 2 hits in a row. But we strung together the sac fly to get him home. An error, and only 1 runner left on third. And now, headed to the bottom of the second, the Nationals have a 1-0 lead. Yeah, when talking about this one which appeals to me, this message, yeah, he is so much better than Michaelis. Now we have to sit through Meatball for 3 to 4 innings. Hopefully, maybe he can get through those innings well. But at the same time, you never know. It's Michaelis. Michaelis has been inconsistent lately. He had a good start last start, going 4 innings shutty, so that loss was not on him, or that game in general was not. I think the Nationals got a curly W out of that game, but we'll see if the Nationals can help out their offense tonight, because obviously the offense is coming to work with the bottom of the order getting stuff done. Vivas has a single, then Nunez puts him at third off of an error. They capitalize. The offense is good at doing that. And then Garcia, sac fly, string them together. So now Meatball will have to maybe not throw so many meatballs this game. Hopefully he doesn't. It's going to be Montgomery, Cuero, and Antonacci. And then Acuna. Hopefully Acuna doesn't touch the batter's box, though. Excuse me. So it'll be Montgomery to hit first, the shortstop. For Miles Michaelis to pitch now. He's going to come on here for the second after Pullen successfully finishes 1. I mean, it was a successful inning. He went scoreless. Or Pullen's back out there, so that's a ball outside. Pullen's back out there. It's not going to be Meatball just yet. As Fetty came out immediately, Pullen is going to stay out there for a second inning to at least face Montgomery. Pulling sets. Montgomery is a lefty, so I see why they're going to leave him in at least for this batter. The 1-0. Low ball 2 with a sweeper. That'll make it a 2-0 count. I mean, leave him out if he wants to stay out there. Let him stay out there. I see no problem with it. This should be a 2-0 count here. Pulling. Shaking off a lot here, and Millis will go ahead and call a timeout to go visit him on the mound. So I don't know what Pulling, how many pitches does this guy have if he shook off that many times? What is this man throwing to let him shake off at least 5 times? So now it's a 2-0 count. Maybe Pulling's got a signal now. Hopefully he does. Let's just hope that he has a signal now. So now Pulling sets. He does here. The 2-0 is outside, ball 3 with a fastball. All that to throw a fastball out of the zone and make it a 3-0 count. Sure, I mean, your option's meatball. Yeah, exactly. I mean, why don't we stick with Pulling for as long as we can? Get as much out of him. Suck the pitching out of him. Then we can head to meatball Michaelis. The 3-0. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, Nunez. He goes to first in time for the out. So, on a 3-0 count, Montgomery had the green light and hits a ground ball to second. Rolls over. Gets us an out. So now, Cuero, the catcher, will come up to the plate. Pulling, stepping back onto the rubber. Maybe we'll get 2 out of him. He'll step back out there. Get 2 innings would be helpful. Butera is not going out there. He's going to stay. Maybe they're giving Michaelis a little more time to him. But once again, our option is meatball Michaelis. Cuero, the catcher, is a righty in there, called strike 1 with a sweeper at 79 miles an hour. This is Edgar Cuero, 161 average, 4 RBIs, no home runs just yet. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just up high with a fastball that'll make it a 1-1 count. Not too many fans are filling the stands here at Wright Field. Yeah. I mean, get as much as we can out of Pulling. He's got to face Antonacci after this, who's not a hot hitter. So why don't we get 2 innings out of him? Here's the 1-1. In there, called strike 1 with a fastball, and it's a 1-2 count. 1-2, 1 out. One, two. So it looks like Simon Matthews looks comfortable on the bench, though. Neither Butera nor Matthews look like they're standing on a step ready to go. Maybe let them finish 2. Then we get 2 out of him. Pulling the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball. This is at the shortstop, Abrams. He fields it cleanly, goes to first in time for out number 2. And Pulling is now through 1.2 innings. He's 1 out away from completing 2. Scoreless. If he can get Antonacci out right here. Let's go Pulling. I mean, get Pulling through 2. Now 3 innings from Michaelis is the equivalent of a starter going 5. And Michaelis, I have full hope that he can go. Sure, he's going to give up runs, but I think he can go 3. First pitch to Antonacci. That's going to hit him right on the butt. First pitch to Antonacci hits him right there on the butt, so he's on first. So Sam Antonacci takes one for the team there, puts himself on first base with 2 outs, and now that'll bring up Luis Angel Acuna, the center fielder. So now Blake Butera will come out to the mound. The infield will come in, so I'm assuming this is the end of the day. He's going to make the sign. P.J. Pulling's day is over. Good game there from Pulling, but here we go. It's going to be Miles Michaelis to pitch for the Nationals. Here we go. Meatball Michaelis will now come in. I think that's 1.67 actually. 1.67 innings. I mean 1.2. It is there. Booty shot. Yep, right there. He turned, took it like a man, and just ran down to first. Didn't even look like it hurt either. He took it, maybe winced a tiny bit, and he was on first, ready to go. Those are the ones where it doesn't feel good, but at the same time, that's the best place you can get hit. Very cushioned. Not like anything down there is going to get you injured. So now we're going to get to see Meatball Michaelis. He's coming out here to pitch in the bottom of the second with a runner on first. 2 outs. Pulling successfully finished 1.2 though, so good for him. I honestly expected him to go 1 and get taken out, so this is a win for the bullpen. We should call this a win. Anyone's here Nats fan? Call this a win. 1 hit, a strikeout, a hit by pitch, that's not the worst thing in the world. At least he didn't hit a double and he's on second with 2 outs. The hit by pitch is not the worst thing in the world. A strikeout, though, that's the thing that I like, is that he struck out Murakami. You did your job. You struck out Murakami. And that 0 in the run column could change if somehow Antonacci scores, but hopefully Meatball can at least get 1 out. And it is Luis Angel Acuna, who is not known for his bat. Well, really not known for his glove either. More known for his legs. He's a good base runner. Good pinch runner, in fact. So now it'll be Miles Mikolas. 5 games this season, 0-3, 19.2 innings with a 9.15 ERA. And that's not like he pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 runs. He has pitched 19.2 innings, and his ERA is still a 9.15. So he's averaging 9 runs every 9 innings given up. It's now to be the righty Luis Angel Acuna. Mikolas set at the belt. Here is the first pitch. He'll go over to first. Antonacci back in safely without the dive. Mikolas wears number 36 for the Nationals. He throws his fastball 24% of the time and sinker 23%, slider 16%. Then he's got the curveball, changeup, and sweeper to complement those. But overall, you're going to see the fastball. You're going to see he's a typical old-fashioned pitcher. And he'll go back over again. This time Antonacci in kind of with a half dive there. But he's back in safely. Garcia didn't even tag him. So, with here now, Antonacci's free to go. Antonacci can go if he wants to. He's ready to run if he wants to. Coming set is Mikolas. First pitch, and that is swung on, fouled back, and we'll do 0-1. So good outcome there. Antonacci was ready to go. I think Mills popped up, so I'm assuming Antonacci was on the move. And Acuna fouled it back, so I don't know why Acuna's swinging there. His runner has the green light to go, and he's swinging first pitch. Mikolas sets. Here's the 0-1. That's high and outside. Mills throw to second. In time for the out. Drew Mills gets Antonacci on the base paths. Caught stealing there. Sam Antonacci taken down there. Out number 3 in the inning. Are they going to challenge this? Well, it looks like Mikolas giving Mills a high five. They're not going to challenge this. Antonacci, Mills was ready to go too. He popped up out of his catcher stance, caught a bullet to his glove, and fired it down to second in time. And that'll end the inning, and Meatball successfully gets out of it. So I don't know what line to give the team now. Is Mikolas given .01 innings? I don't know if that inning applies to Pullen now, because Mikolas only threw an inning. He only threw a pitch. So I'm wondering how they score that in the official scores. Mikolas is given 0.1 innings, so Pullen's still at, as he wanted to see, 1.67 innings on the day. So now we'll go around, look at some scores around the league just a little bit. Maybe most of the games haven't gotten started yet. We're actually getting a few West Coast swings. Tigers already beating up on the Reds 5-0. Red Sox are losing to the Orioles 6-1. The Guardians beating the Blue Jays 7-3. The Mets beating the Rockies 1-0. The Rockies are probably your best chance to get, they already won a game, now get out of the slump. Find your way out of it, and the Rockies are the one team you can do that against. Rays beating the Twins 3-0. Braves and Phillies all knotted up at 2. Angels and the Royals just underway in the bottom of the third. Pirates beating the Brewers 1-0. Looks like Connor Griffin had his first career home run. Skeens out there, 2.2 innings with 3 strikeouts. Rangers are losing to the Athletics 3-0 in the top of the first. Yankees, Astros just got underway. And then Mariners, Cardinals. And then that's just underway. And Cubs, Dodgers going to get underway at 10:15. Marlins and Giants as well. Here we go. Sam, call your lawyer because you've been busted. That is a good one. That's a good pickoff call. He's been busted, and he needs his lawyers. Now Fetty will work into the third inning. First pitch to Jay Wood is outside, ball 1. James Wood, no official at-bat yet. Just some stats here. In the NL, he's crazy in the NL stats right now. 10 home runs first, 23 walks first. The pitch is swung on and missed on a sweeper. It's a 1-1 count. He's been good. The offense for him has been good. Let Wood do his thing. So those are your other MLB scores. We'll take a look at some other sports as well. The 1-1 Wood swing and a sword swing there, and it's a 1-2 count. Sword there. Fetty gets him there. So Fetty now at 15 pitches, working into the third inning after getting his start in the second inning. Here's the pitch to Wood. Down low, ball 2 with a changeup, and I'll make it a 2-2 count. On deck is Lyle, who's 1 for 1. So if Wood can find a way on, hopefully Lyle can help him out. The pitch to Wood, up high, ball 3 with a cutter. That fills it up to 3-2. 3-2, no outs. Fetty hides his face in his glove before throwing the pitch. The 3-2, swing and a miss on a sweeper. That's swept inside to Wood. And Wood is down swinging to start the third. That's another thing. All this that Wood does, he still strikes out a lot. I mean, I give him when he's going to give us good offensive production, then I don't care if he strikes out. There are home run leaders who also were strikeout leaders. So here's the pitch to Lyle. That's up high, ball 1. An out is still an out. Maybe -1 fantasy points too if you have Wood, and maybe that's one thing, but it's not as bad. In the real game, strikeouts don't matter as much. The 1-0. Lyle takes a fastball in there, and it's a 1-1 counter. That was a cutter. Forgot, Fetty does not throw a fastball in game. He's not going to give you a fastball. A cutter or sinker are his main pitches. Fetty into the wind. The 1-1 to Lyle. Lyle takes a changeup that's low and inside, and it'll be a 2-1 count now. So we're seeing House in the 3-hole, and the one thing that's surprising is Garcia in the 8-hole tonight. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Lyle, and Lyle swings and fouls it down the right field line, and we'll do 2-2. Ballboy had a chase after that one, got away from him off the side fence. Garcia in the 8-hole surprises me because he was doing great behind Wood in the starting lineup. Staying behind Wood, he found something because Wood was constantly on base. Garcia was able to drive him in all day. I don't see why we do this to him where we send him down in the order. Let him know we're confident in him. The 2-2 to Lyle, swinging a ground ball down the right field line again and foul. Same outcome there, so it'll be 2-2 again. So it'll be a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Lyle. Swinging a ground ball again down the right field line and foul. He is 2 days early on this changeup. Wait back on it, Lyle. Lyle is sitting early. Oh, what's up, Andres Woodward? Sorry I was late. I was watching the NFL draft trying to see who the Steelers were going to pick. That's okay. Thanks for tuning in. The pitch to Lyle. Slinging a foul back, and we'll do 2-2. Waited. He sat back on that cutter just a little bit, but that time he got a cutter that was high. I thought he might get the changeup again. He's been seeing the sweeper and the changeup a lot. Thanks for hanging out with me, Andres. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball down the right field line, or Murakami able to pick it, and he goes to first in time for the out. Thought that one was by Murakami for the second, but he got to it and gets the 3 unassisted ground out. So now there's 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Brady House. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Struck out back in the first when Lyle was on first. And Abrams on deck. Abrams 0 for 1 as well. The offense didn't get going until the second inning when Vivas had a single, Nunez had a single, then a sac fly from Garcia. House takes a sinker upstairs, and it'll be a 1-0 count. House hitting .237, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs with a .627 OPS. Fetty into the wind. The 1-0 to House. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line and foul, and we'll do 1-1 now. So we'll see if Fetty can get through a long inning outing. Here's the pitch to House, and House swings and grounds this one to the third baseman, Vargas. He goes to first in time for out number 3, and Fetty gets a 1-2-3 third inning on a strikeout and 2 groundouts. So there you go. Now we're through 2.5. We'll head to bottom 3. It's the Nationals 1, White Sox nothing. I wish we would have played better against the Braves. I did too, but, I mean, it's early, and we're seeing the kinks being worked out right now. The biggest thing is you're probably not going to get a fix for the bullpen until next year. We're probably not going to get a fix for the bullpen for a little while. So I don't think we should get our hopes up. I don't think that's just... I think House should get a redone version of Brick House for his walk-up. Changing she to he. That would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Brick House. Yeah, that something. Right now, it's Don't We by Morgan Wallen. Just kind of a soft, kind of speedy country song. I enjoy it, but that would sound good. I think just in general, the Nationals with pitching-wise, it's going to be an ace. An ace could help them out, and it is not going to be Zach Littell. It's just not going to be Zach Littell. I don't think it will be. So we're going to head to the third where Meatball is going to get to face Acuna again. Acuna didn't get the full at-bat. He'll hit here in the third. He's going to face Luis Angel Acuna. And then Peters. Michaelis got Millis to catch a man stealing as a catcher. So now Michaelis will get his first full inning. Hopefully he can get through the inning. Maybe Meatball will find his way to mess up getting through an inning. But hopefully he's got 8-9-1. Won't have to face Murakami until the fourth inning possibly. Get through this inning. Focus up. You got this, Michaelis. Michaelis with his looking good mustache, though, into the wind. First pitch to Angel Acuna is low and outside. With a slider, it'll be a 1-0 count. Michaelis goes back into the wind. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Acuna takes upstairs with a fastball, and it'll be 2-0. I like, just interesting how similar the Acunas look. Their stances are so similar. Acuna Jr. is a lot more closed off than Acuna is. Acuna is much more, and he's shorter. Luis Angel is shorter the pitch, and this one is grounded. Shortstop Abrams makes a nice play. Heads to first in time for out number 1. So there you go. So first official batter faced for Michaelis is a ground out. Yeah, Acuna, Luis Angel Acuna, has a much more open stance compared to Ronald. His stance, step back, swing. It's kind of the same, just the open stance, and Luis is a little shorter. But overall, they look kind of the same to me. Here's first pitch to Peters, and that is gets away from the catcher, ball 1. Kind of went off his glove there. It'll be a 1-0 count. Yeah. Also, something to follow in between innings. The NFL draft is going on. But I just saw last night, I pretty much just watched from pick 1 to 7. So this is Tristan Peters to hit. Peters manning right field today. Swing and a miss and a fastball, and it'll be a 1-1. Meatball not giving the meatballs tonight. He's giving the spicy meatballs tonight, and they're not going to hit it. Hopefully. Don't want to start that too early. Michaelis into the wind, the pitch, swinging a fly ball. Going center field, Young calling it. Little towards the gap, couple steps in front of the track, makes the catch for out number 2 here in the bottom of the third. Michaelis in cruise control as he begins his first full inning. Sun starting to set in Chicago. Looking like it's getting a little darker. Chicago baseball not going to be like LA where it's completely dark and awesome when it comes to nighttime. This is a very slower stadium, not loud, possibly. Afternoon games here are ghost towns. Chicago White Sox, they are starting to, and looks like Andrew Benintendi is going to pinch hit. Andrew Benintendi is going to hit for Everson Pereira. First pitch to Benintendi is check swing. Did he go? Yes, called strike 1. I think what went wrong against the Braves was our bullpen. Our infield play was a little concerning, and our starting pitching was also a little concerning. Michaelis into the wind. Here's the pitch, and that's low and inside. So Benintendi is going to pinch hit, but I like your take, Andres. That is perfectly put because something to follow up with it, just to simplify it for maybe other people who don't understand the Nationals culture just yet. Michaelis into the line. Here's the 1-1 to Benintendi. Takes low with a change-up ball, too. Just the Nationals pitching is not there right now. And the fielding, yes, was a little concerning. The routine plays weren't there. My brother actually commented on this, that C.J. Abrams and Michaelis into the line, the 2-1. Check swing down the third base line and foul will do 2-2. Abrams is flashy. He'll make the diving plays. He's going to look cool. He's going to do all that. He's going to make the plays in the outfield where he has to dive, make a great catch. A simple ground ball to him is a liability. He's made them today, but it's a little bit of a liability. And I like Nunez there. So the 2-2 coming, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Out to right, going back is Nunez into the outfield. Wood coming in, and Wood will make the catch. Nunez called off by Wood. So that will end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Meatball here in the third. After 3, the Nationals still hold a slim 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the 4th. Yeah, the Nationals, that Meatball got through an inning. He got 1-2-3, but the thing is, the Nationals, I think that Abrams, he's hitting really well right now, and I don't want to say this, but there's the tiniest chance come trade deadline, Abrams might be gone. That smallest chance. I don't know if it's going to happen. Can't be sure of anything, especially in baseball. You can never be sure of anything. Just, there's the tiniest chance that Abrams is gone by the time of July or August. So I'm wondering, hopefully we'll keep him because I like Abrams as a hitter. I like what he's doing right now, and I like what he's been doing. It looks like we got a lot of poll votes. Still, the Nationals hold the lead in the poll votes. Let's go. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help me out a little bit with the subscribers. We're at 207. Maybe we can hit 210 tonight. And I had gained 10 subscribers without even streaming over the last 2 weeks or so. Sorry I didn't get to stream last week. We're at 7 likes. Let's go. Thank you so much to everyone who's hit that like button. Just with what I was saying earlier, the Nationals, the offense is there. The defense and the pitching, as Andres said, good for Meatball. A spicy meatball. Spicy meatball is a good one. Thank you. He's not serving them he's not sharing them the plain meatballs or he's not dressing them well. He's giving them spicy hot meatballs. They're going to have to learn to hit it. Next inning, though, Mydroth, then Munetaka Murakami comes up. And if you don't know, I can talk about Murakami a little bit as we come up on the 4th. It's going to be Abrams. I think that Murakami is one of the best hitters in the league right now, and he is statistically. Maybe the strikeouts are going to be in the book, but he's Joey Gallo but better. That's what I've liked to tell people lately. Joey Gallo but better. So now Fetty will go into the line and face C.J. Abrams. First pitch to Abrams. In there, called strike one. I believe Abrams and Fetty cross paths in 2022. Abrams was up on the MLB team late 2022, and Fetty was still lurking in the national system, the 0-1. Down low with a changeup makes it a 1-1 count. We should get bullpen pitching during the trade deadline. Yeah, we're probably, I know, you really want that, and I know people want that. We're going to get minor league arms. We're going to end up getting guys like, the pitch, and this is grounded to the second baseman, Mydroth, slowly flips it up to the first baseman, Murakami, in time for out number 1. So Abrams grounds out. We're going to get young arms. At some point, Ants have to stop trading young players for prospects. The Nats have to stop trading young players for prospects. Yeah, 2022, got rid of Soto. Young prospect, generational talent, got rid of him. And looking back on it, now to be Young, who's 0 for 1, Fetty into the wind. First pitch to Young is outside, ball 1. At some point, you have to, Soto, generational talent, we got out of it. Wood, who has become a generational talent. So what I'm saying is we should be buyers, not that. I don't know. Here's the 1-0. Pitch to Young is in there, called strike 1. A little high and outside, but no ABS on it, so it'll be in there. 2017 to 2022 with the Nationals. Eric Fetty had a 102 starts. The pitch. Young hits this one out to center field. Coming in is Acuna. He makes the catch on the run for out number 2. So a line out to center field for Jacob Young. Now there's 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Vivas, who's 1 for 1. Yeah, with the Nationals, I don't think we're going to be buyers this season. I agree with this one. We got to stop trading these young players, though, because they're Soto. Here's the pitch to Vivas, outside ball 1. The thing with Soto is everyone loved him. The fandom loved him. He turned down the extension, So I get that. Maybe they didn't want to even consider it after he turned down the extension. But then he visited DC again a couple years later, the 1-0. Vivas takes a cutter upstairs and will make it a 2-0 count. We offered him again later in 2024 when he signed with the Mets. I believe that was 25, actually, when he signed with the Mets. The 2-0 in there, called strike one with a sinker. It'll be a 2-1 count. Just remember, Soto needs to remember when he's signing with other teams, the only team he has a ring with is the Nats. And there's a lot of players who can say that their only ring is with the Nats. Here is the 2-1 pitch. Vivas swings and hits this one out to left center field. Coming in as left fielder Itanachi. He'll make the catch for out number 3. And that will end the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for Fedde. He's got 2 in a row now. We'll now head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Normally it'd be the President's race right about now, but we're on the road. So Fedde's in cruise control too, as well as Michaelis. I know no one's going to really believe this. Maybe it's crazy to say. This is a pitching matchup. This game has become a pitcher's duel through to the bottom of the 4th. 1 run given up, and now Michaelis is going to have a test. Is he going to continue this game? Meidroth, Murakami, Vargas. We'll see. Will this continue to be a pitching matchup into the bottom of the 4th? Let's see if he serves him up the spicy meatball or the plain meatball with red sauce. I wonder what he will bring them. Meidroth, Murakami, Vargas till for the bottom of the 4th. So far, Michaelis has worked an inning. He got a ground out, a fly out in the 3rd. Murakami has struck it out in this game. Murakami in Japan was a very good hitter. He had a lot of home runs, but the thing that concerned a lot of players, this is the tough inning for Meatball. Yes, this is his test. Let's see if he's going to be Meatball, or is he going to decide that he's become Spicy Meatball Michaelis? So I'll see. I could, if you can get Murakami out, that's amazing. If you can get Murakami out this inning, there's nothing you can't do really in this game. Murakami is their offense, because Murakami, usually in games where they should be shut out, he randomly hits a home run. So this is not a good offense that the Nationals are facing. And Murakami is the gas. If this is a car, Murakami's the gas. You just got to cut off the gas. The car won't move. Meidroth will lead it off, though. He flew out back in the 1st after the Pereira single. I wonder why Pereira's out of this game. Maybe we'll get an injury report at some point on why he got taken out of the game. So now, Meidroth to face Michaelis. Chase Meidroth, 261 average. First pitch to him is in there. Called strike one on the outside corner. It'll be an 0-1 count. So the sun's really starting to set in Chicago. So now you're getting some lights. Getting nighttime baseball. Michaelis into the wind. The 0-1. Low and outside with a slider that'll make it a 1-1 count. This is the tough inning, though. This is the test. Does he get through it? Let's go Meatball. Michaelis into the line, the pitch. Meidroth swings and fouls it back, and we'll do 1-2 now. I'm liking these City Connect uniforms that the White Sox are wearing with the Bulls theme. I think it's good that they gave it to them, not the Cubs. The Cubs are not the Bulls team. They don't correspond with the Bulls. The White Sox and the Bulls correspond. The pitch. Oh, looks like they're going to get a ball, but Mills is going to challenge it. That was a ball. So it's a 2-2 count here. Mills challenged it. It was a little low with the fastball. I don't think it's going to be a strike. And it touched. Called strike 3. Meatball serves up a spicy meatball in the low corner. First strikeout number 1. He gets the bottom right corner. And good job. Millis on the challenge there. He's successful. Millis is successful with that one. There you go. So now Michaelis will face Munetaka Murakami. Michaelis into the wind. First pitch to Murakami. He swings and fouls it back. It'll be 0-1 straight back there. What pitchers are on one-year deals this season but will be available next offseason? I'm talking about starting pitching, bullpen pitching, because we need both. Yeah, both. I'm not opposed to signing back Foster Griffin, though. Here's the 0-1 to Murakami. Murakami takes a fastball upstairs. So now we get to see how is a veteran talent going to attack. Here. Murakami. So now Michaelis into the wind. Here's the 1-1. Murakami check swing down the left field line. It'll be a 1-2 count. Does the setting sun help the pitchers in Chicago? In some parks, it creates difficult shadows between the mound and home plate. I think the batter's eye is bigger here. I don't know which direction the sun would set here, parallel to the batter's eye. The 1-2. Swinging a fly ball. Deep center field. Going back is Young. At the track. At the wall. And it's gone. Munetaka Murakami ties it with a swing. Home run number 11. Just kind of poked that one out to dead center. And he sends it out of here. And this game is tied at 1. Well, I just said it last half inning. Murakami is the fuel to this car. He got a good swing there, kind of out in front, reaching out a little bit, and just gave it a touch. And he bammed it out to dead center field, got it out of here into the stands. So maybe it doesn't create problems for hitters. Here's the pitch. It is low and outside, ball 1 to Vargas. Man, you totally called it. Yeah. I don't like that I called it, though. That's not a good thing to call. A home run is not something you call. The 1-0. In there, called strike 1 on the low part of the zone to Miguel Vargas. Murakami, home run number 11. And I think if he keeps up this pace, he's Rookie of the Year. Michaelis into the wind. The 1-1. It's low and outside, ball 2. You know, at past ball games and events I've gone to, I've been known for jinxing a few things. At a baseball game, I was at the rain delay game between the Dodgers and the Nationals, the 2-1. In there, called strike 2 with a fastball. I was there with my dad and my brother, and we were at the game, and I pulled up the Cubs game, or the Guardians game on my phone, and the Guardians player had a no-hitter. And I told my family about it. I said, don't say it, the 2-2. Swinging a line drive into left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit in between Lyle and Young. So 2 hits in a row puts Vargas on first. So there's a couple consecutive hits. The Guardians had a no-hitter going. We're sitting there waiting the rain delay to end. And I just, for some reason, blurt out, don't say anything, a no-hitter's happening. And as I say it, a ball's hit to deep right field, and it gets down behind the right fielder's reach. So, have been known to jinx a no-hitter. So now it'll be Montgomery, the shortstop. Colson Montgomery, 233 average, 7 home runs. Michaelis sets. Here's the pitch. Yes, sword swing there on a high fastball, and it'll be 0-1. Got him on the sword there. Michaelis is not done yet. He still has his stuff going. I mean, he's not the best arm, but at the same time, he's not. Actually, he may be one of the worst arms in the league. Michaelis sets the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball. This is at the first baseman, Garcia. He goes to second. Abrams to first. Garcia went back to the bag. Yes, double play to end the inning. 3-6-3 double play ends it here in the 4th. But the White Sox do not go silently. Munetaka Murakami, the fuel, the heart, the beating heart, the drum, the guitars, anything. The man of this offense goes yard. This game is tied at 1, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the 5th inning. It's going to be Nunez, Garcia, Millis for the 5th. So now the question is, how long does Michaelis have? That was really the only blotch in his game so far through 2 innings. That's the only blotch this entire game has had, is the Murakami home run number 11 for Murakami. Just the only blotch all night. I think Nats fans understand that. That happens for meatball. He did not give him the spicy meatball. Gave him the plain meatball right down the middle. That is not what you want to see if you're a Nats fan, just serving it up to him. So it looks like Adley Rutschman has 2 home runs for the Orioles. That's interesting, seeing Adley playing well, fresh off the injured list. Good for Adley. Yeah, I apologize to the Nats fans out there. I did call it. I said it the entire time that Murakami was the one guy you had to deal with. And Michaelis did not deal with him correctly. We're going to get 7, 8, 9 for the Nationals in the 5th. But luckily, 7-8-9's been producing. Nunez 1 for 1. Garcia sac fly. Millis flew out, but he got it out to deep center. The question is now, can they get another? Wood is due up 4th in the order, so maybe they can get their power hitter back up. That would be helpful for the team. So slowly, the White Sox points in the poll are starting to go up a little bit. Don't really like that, but I'm fine with White Sox fans being in here as well. Creates fun debates and questions in the chat. So back out there. So here we go. Top of the 5th. Got to roll, but this has been fun. Looking forward to next time. Thank you, Mr. Connors, for tuning in and hanging out with me for at least the 4 innings. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out and giving your own commentary to help me out. Thank you so much for hanging with me. So Fetty will come out in the 5th, and looking forward to next time. I am as well. Thank you so much. Fetty into the wind. First pitch to Nunez, and Nunez takes a sweeper that dunks in there, called strike 1. So it'll be an 0-1 count. A 184 average, no home runs, 6 RBIs. The pitch to Nunez. Check swing. Did he go? No, says third base umpire. Barks down. That'll make it a 1-1 count. Nunez is 1 for 1. He had a single that brought Vivas over to third. So here's the pitch, and this one is flied out down the left field line, but foul. So he did bring Vivas over to third on the air. Wondering if Nunez can get another one up there. Nunez has slowly become just a much better offensive player than last year. The 1-2. Down low, ball 2 with a sweeper. That'll make it a 2-2 count. I like that that's become a thing, that Nunez is an offensive player now. Last year, got limited starts. Whenever Abrams was off, Nunez would get us game. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 2-2 again. Yeah, the thing is that with the Nationals, Nunez has never been, up to this point, was a backup shortstop, backup util guy, never got the starting role. Now he has the starting role, the 2-2, down low, ball 3 with a sweeper, and that fills the count to 3-2. So 3-2. Had to meet there for a second. Fetty covering his mouth. Now he goes back into the wind. The 3-2 pitch to Nunez. Inside, ball 4. And Nasim Nunez is going to start the 5th with a walk. So Nunez finds his way onto first base. But Nunez, I'm proud of the guy. He started off backup shortstop, backup second baseman, and found himself starting at second this year. So now that'll bring up a Louie. Louie has a sac fly that drove in a run, the sole RBI in the game for the Nationals. But of course, Murakami has an RBI for the White Sox. The pitch to Garcia. In there, called strike. Nunez to second. Safe in there to second base. Nasim Nunez swipes second base after a bag. So now Nunez is in scoring position with no outs. So now Garcia can take the lead with a base hit. That's something I've been loving about the Nationals offense as well, is they've been doing that. The Nationals are taking the extra bags. First pitch, Garcia fouled off, and now it's 0-2. So now, just the Nationals offense is stringing things together. We aren't top 10 in home runs. I believe we're 11th, maybe. We're not hitting home runs. We're stringing them together. We're having base hits. We're taking the advantage off the air. 0-2, down low, ball 1. Time called by catcher Cueros. He gets a new ball placed into play. That one got dirty as he had to block it. I don't think you should be able to call time and get a new ball until the play is officially over. If Nunez has no chance of getting to third, all that happens, then you can call time. I don't think you should be able to just then. The pitch. Garcia swings, pokes this one into center field. That's a base hit. Angel Acuna grabs it. Nunez will stop at third. The throw in is going to go straight home, but Luis Garcia Jr. has a base hit here in the 5th. So didn't score him, but he sends Nunez over to third. So now runners on the corners with no outs, and that'll bring up Drew Millis, the catcher. So now Millis. Now, let's think small ball. Millis is at third. Garcia's at first. Nunez is at third, and Millis up to the bat. Let's think small ball. There's a chance that small ball can be played here. Millis from the left side. I'm wondering if they're going to even safety squeeze it or they'll just have Nunez go. They're just going to have him rip. Tie game, 5th inning. Why not? Millis takes it back. Throw over to third. Now Nunez is in a rundown. He's caught in a rundown. He's going to be tagged out. Garcia up to second. So the bunt did not work. There's 1 out, and Garcia heads over to second base. Not what you wanted there. So it's 2-5 to get him out. 2-5 on the retire. He's no longer on base. So, but Garcia up to second on the play. So now a runner is in scoring position with 1 out. Millis can't really show the bunt now. Millis took it back. I don't know why, but Millis took it back. The pitch, Millis in there called strike 2. So Millis, why would you take it back in that situation? I mean, it was a ball. I think they called it a strike too. So now home plate umpire will come out and talk to Fetty here. Something's going on. I think Millis, looks like they want to challenge something here on an 0-2 count. I don't know what. The umpires are getting together. I don't know what we're discussing here. They calling it a foul ball, maybe? I think they're trying to get it that he didn't hit it. So now, runner at second with 1 out. So it looks like they hit it. Yes, Drew Millis takes the hit by pitch. So Drew Millis is on first with 1 out. They're saying he's on first. And now the White Sox are holding up managers. So both teams, we're going to watch a replay here. Fetty threw it and that was inside. Oh, catcher's interference. Yeah. It hit the catcher's glove. That's catcher's interference. Take your base. Millis is on first. So now that should bring up James Wood. So it looks like White Sox manager Will Venable is not going to challenge. It's going to be catcher's interference to put Millis on first. And Millis knows all about the catcher interference rules. He's a catcher. So he knows all about those rules, everything to go with him. So he was ready to challenge. And that'll bring up big James Wood with 1 out and a runner on first and second. Wood's been quiet. 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch to Wood. Wood takes a changeup in there, called strike 1. I keep forgetting. Fetty does not throw a fastball. So I keep forgetting it. Just that little nugget fact. 0-1, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Ball boy will go give umpire Little behind the plate a new ball. I'm not calling him Little. His last name is Little. It is written in the scorebook. His last name is Little. We got Little, Addison, Wills, and crew chief Barksdale for tonight's game. Got 4 people who spelled Wood on their shirts for this game. Here's the 0-1 to Wood. Wood takes a cutter upstairs, and it'll be a 1-1 count. That 4 guys. The first guy is a W. 2 guys in the middle have an O and an O, and the last one has a D. That's awesome. And in Chicago, too. Not even at home. That's awesome. The 1-1. Wood takes a sweeper low and inside. Will make it a 2-1 count. That is awesome. I love that they can do that. I love that. That's awesome. So to be a 2-1 count here. Here's the pitch. And Wood takes a sweeper that bends in there, and it'll be a 2-2 count. So 2-2, 1 out. Millis leads away from first. Garcia from second, excuse me. The 2-2. Fetty will step off, take a look over at second on Garcia, but he's back in safely. So 2-2. Sun's really set, I think, from what the question was about the setting sun. No, he's not here anymore, but that I don't think it is as difficult. The sun is setting the pitch, and this one is grounded off of Wood. He fouls it off himself, so it'll be 2-2 again. I think it shouldn't affect them too much because I think it's going on. The sun setting is going on behind them. So it shouldn't help out or affect the pitcher or the hitter really at all. So I don't know. I think it shouldn't. Looking at this behind the plate aisle, the 2-2. Wood takes upstairs, ball 3 with a sinker. That'll fill up the count to 3-2. 3-2, 1 out. Wood A good at bat here would be nice. A nice pitch here. I would love something from Wood here. Fetty sets. The 3-2. Outside ball 4, and James Wood takes a walk here in the top of the 5th to load the bases for Dalen Lyle, the 2-hole hitter. Well, as a coach, manager, broadcaster, anything here, the one guy I want with bases loaded is Dalen Lyle. 1 for 2 with a hit. One of the only guys who could get a nice rip to the outfield in the first inning. Only guy to get to the starter, Hudson, at all. So if there's one guy you really want right now, besides Wood at least, it'd be Lyle. Lyle has been, I wouldn't say just as good, but average-wise, he's been better. In the average column, Lyle has been better than Wood, so we'll see if he can translate that to power a little bit. 299 average, 3 home runs, 13 ribbies with an 802. I would love a little pop from Lyle right here, maybe a hit, something to get the Nationals going. The pitch to Lyle, outside with a sweeper, and it'll be a 1-0 count. Lyle's got a very serious demeanor when up to the plate or even anywhere. Lyle looks very locked in, very serious, and I love that about him. The 1-0. Lyle takes a sinker outside, and it'll be a 2-0 count. Just a reminder, the walk is still an RBI. The bases are loaded. Dalen Lyle, since August 31st, leads first in triples with 345 average since August 31st. The 2-0. Lyle takes a sweeper in there, called strike 1. He was player of the month in September, rookie of the month as well. Honestly, I thought he might win rookie of the year because he had a great second half stretch. 11 triples, breaking the record for rookies as a National. The 1-1. The 2-1 is swung on and missed on a cutter, and it'll be a 2-2 count. Did absolutely great in that stretch. Amazing numbers at 299 at that end. Looked absolutely amazing. One of the best hitters in baseball in the month of September. He did it against the Mets, too. Had an inside-the-park home run in extra innings. Here is the 2-0 to Lyle, or 2-2. And it's outside, ball 3, and that'll fill up the count. So it'll be a 3-2 count. So I want to check here. Did Lyle have any triples this season? I'm wondering just yet. 3-2, 1 out. Fetty sets the pitch. Inside, ball 4, appeal over to Lance Barksdale. He did not go, and Luis Garcia Jr. is going to score. Eric Fetty walks in a run here in the top of the 5th. So Luis Garcia Jr. scores on a walk. Wood heads over to second. Mills to third. Garcia scores. An RBI walk for Dalen Lyle here in the 5th. So the bases are still loaded. The Nationals take the lead. The pitch to House. House takes a sinker upstairs, ball 1. So 1-0 count. Wow. Getting the run somehow. Why not we go? Walk, single, catcher's interference. Walk, walk. Good way to score the run, though. 1-0. Swing a ground ball. This is at the shortstop. It'll go to second in time. Throw to first. Not in time. House beats it. And that'll score a run. Millis scores on the play. After the catcher's interference, out at second is going to be Lyle on a fielder's choice. But House reaches on a fielder's choice. Up to third is Wood. But Lyle is retired 6-4 if you're scoring on the fielder's choice. So there's 2 outs in the inning now. I'm wondering on a fielder's choice, do you get credit for an RBI? Here's the pitch to Abrams now. So House is given an RBI. So now it's a 3-1 game. 2 outs. First pitch to Abrams. Lone outside with a sweeper. It's a 1-0 count. So the Nationals take a lead in an interesting way. We will definitely talk about this in between innings. This inning has been crazy. Walk, single, catcher's interference. Walk, walk, fielder's choice. Got 2 runs out of it. And Abrams pops this one up behind the plate, running over his catcher Cuero to check on it. And he will make the catch in foul territory, stumbling there. Third baseman Vargas has to make sure he doesn't stumble away. So that will end the top of the 5th, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. So 2 runs in the inning will make it a 3-1 game, but an interesting way to do it. A walk, a stolen base, And then he got picked off at third. Single, catcher's interference, walk, fielder's choice, and then a flyout, and that's how the inning ended. We're going to take a quick break here. Be back for the bottom of the fifth. Thank you so much for tuning in, but don't touch that dial. Do not touch that dial. Don't touch that channel. We will be right back right here on District Nation with more baseball. Be back in just a moment. Excuse me here. We missed a pitch there. The 1-0 swung on, fouled back, and it'll be a 1-1 now. Excuse me. So Cuero's up to bat. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. So I have another shout-out to give in just a second. So it'll be a 1-1 count here. Michaelis into the wind. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper, fielded by Millicent, foul territory, went up and tagged Cuero. But it'll be a 1-2 count. So excuse me, I missed that. Had to take a quick break there, but I'm back here for the 1-2 count. I'm sorry. I apologize that I missed just a pitch. So it'll be a 1-2 here. So I have another shout-out to give at some point. Here's the 1-2 coming from Michael. It's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to left field. Under it is Lyle. He'll make the catch for out number 1, about 10 feet in front of the track. So Michaelis into a 5th inning of work. So I have another shout-out. Miss Hyatt Connors is now turning in. Not the same one who's in the chat. This is a different one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Miss Connors, thanks for watching. Harry, you're watching, so thank you so much for tuning in with me tonight to watch this baseball game, for just hanging out with me. So now it would be Sam Antonacci, who was picked off a caught stealing back in the 2nd inning after getting hit by a pitch. So he'll hit with a 1 out. He got hit right on the butt. He got the butt shot. That was him. 3-1 game here. Michaelis into the line, the pitch. That's a curveball that stays upstairs, ball 1. You know, the high curveball is what gave Michaelis his nickname. The high curveball is what made him his money with that nickname. Into the wind. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Stays upstairs with the curve, and it'll be 2-0. Those high curveballs are what considered the meatballs. A high 74-mile-an-hour curveball. That's Meatball Michaelis. The 2-0. Swinging a flying drive into the gap. Running over is Young. He can't make the play. Grabs in the gap. Fires it back in time. Antonacci in a second. Diving. He's there with a double. The throw gets away from shortstop Abrams, but right there is Michaelis. Sam Antonacci has a double here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The tying run is now up to the plate. Antonacci just plugs the gap there. Finds a way to plug the gap there. Sends it into the gap. Has himself a double here in the bottom of the 5th. That was a good hit there. So now to bring up Luis Angel Acuna, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Excuse me there. Michael sets. The pitch to Acuna. He swings and grounds this one to the shortstop, Abrams. He makes the play, goes to first. Throw is in time, a little high throw, but Garcia manages to stay on the bag. So Cunha grounds out again to the shortstop, Abrams. Antonacci sent over to third. May I take a second here, please? Just 1 second. Excuse me there, I had to step off for a second. Just for 1 quick second, had to take care of something. So it'll be 2 outs now. And Peters, the right fielder, to hit with a runner on third. The pitch. That is a curveball that dunks in there, called strike one. So Michaelis, who has been working since the second inning he came in, and he didn't even face anybody. Antonacci had already been hit by the pitch, and then he throws a couple pitches, and Mills picks off the runner, the 0-1. Swinging a foul on the left field line, and we'll do 0-2 now. So to be 0-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back again. He was jammed. This is indeed a different height. Thanks for the shout out, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and thanks for chatting in. Thank you so much. And thanks for the kind words. So to mean 0-2, 2 outs. Michaelis comes set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This is at the second baseman, Nunez. Throw to first in time for the out. And that takes care of it. Meatball Michaelis gets through the 5th inning. 1 hit given up. 1 man left on base. We'll head to the 6th inning. Now the Nationals have a 3-1 lead. I mean, so far we're through 5 now. So just a little talking here. I mean, seems to be going well so far for the Nationals. I think Michaelis has only worked actually 3 innings. Realistically, I think Michaelis may have another one in him. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we hold him at 3, but he's a starter. Maybe give him the 6th inning. And then we can start thinking about 5 innings of work. And Poland and Michaelis truly got us to the 8th inning. But then at that point, do we use Varland as a setup man? Or do we use Beater as a setup man and go to Varland in the 9th? Because I want to use, who do we use yesterday? Who's unavailable today? Because whoever pitched yesterday, chances are, after a 4-game series, probably won't pitch today. Or at least we wouldn't want to do that to them as a pitcher. I wouldn't do that if I'm a manager. If I'm Butera, I'm not doing that. Just updates on some scores. The Orioles now beating the Red Sox 9-3 in the bottom of the 6th. In the bottom of the 6th, the Guardians beating the Blue Jays 8-6. The Rockies are now beating the Mets 4-1. Oh, Michael Lorenzen's doing well. Wow. Peralta was not the one who gave up all the runs. Freddie Peralta started for the Mets. It looks like it's the bullpen starting to do it. Rays beating the Twins 6-1. Phillies losing to the Braves 5-3. Braves have that lead. The Royals have a 5-0 game lead over the Angels. The Pirates have a 4-0 lead over the Brewers. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to say it. If you're a baseball fan, go check MLB.com and check what the heading is in the top of the 6th of the Pirates game. I'm going to tell you this. A certain ace has 7 strikeouts and a goose egg in a certain category. Here's the pitch from Freddie to Young, and that is in there, called strike 1 with a sweeper. That one looked like it swept out of the zone, but umpire thinks otherwise. It's called strike 1. There is an insane feat going on in the MLB right now. The pitch up high, ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. I will definitely probably go over and check on that game afterwards. The Athletics beating the Rangers 3-1. Kurtz led off with a home run. Here's the pitch, and Young swings and pops this one out to center field. Under it is Angel Acuna. He makes the catch for out number 1 to retire Jacob Young, who's been retired 3 times by an outfielder now. First time fly out to right, and then a line out to center, and now another fly out to center field. So now that'll bring up Jorbit Vivas, who's 1 for 2. And the Yankees beating Astros 4-1. The Mariners have a 1-0 lead over the Cardinals. Fetty into the line. The pitch to Vivas. Check swing. Yes, he did. And that's also in there with a sinker. It's an 0-1 count. I don't know. Can you ABS by this point? If you check swing and they gave the strike call, I wonder if you can ABS that. Pitches low. Gets away from the catcher. It'll be a 1-1 count. I don't know if you can ABS that because you didn't technically swing. So the umpire might have been crossed up by that. So you could probably ABS it. The 1-1 pitch is high ball 2 with a cutter, and that'll make it a 2-1 count. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, everybody, if you have not already. Take a moment. We're in the 6th inning of this baseball game. The pitch to Vivas, and he fouls it down the left field line, kind of got jammed up on it. So it'll be a 2-2 count. I mean, one of my fantasy teams is doing really well with all the home runs I'm seeing. If Adley has 2, Kurtz has 1. And I started Murakami. I didn't want to start him, but he is one of the best players in the MLB right now, so I had to start him. Looks like even Camaniro's doing well. The 2-2 to Vivas. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 2-2 again. Fantasy baseball, so unpredictable to compare to other fantasy sports. So hard to predict. Yeah. But it's fun to do because it's hard to predict. It's fun to do it because of that fact. Here's the 2-2. Vivas takes upstairs with a cutter, and that fills the count at 3-2. Dug himself out of that one. Coming set is Fetty, into his line. Swinging a ground ball. This is fielded by the second baseman. Mydroth goes to Murakami at first in time for the second out of the inning. So now it'll be Nasim Nunez. They're showing some Wilmington Blue Rocks highlights, if you're wondering. Wilmington, the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. The affiliates are the low A team is the Fredericksburg Nationals, high A, the Wilmington Blue Rocks, double A Harrisburg Senators, and triple A, the Rochester Red Wings. First pitch to Nunez, and he grounds this one to the second baseman again, charging in. He'll flip it up to first in time for the out. So 2 in a row ground balls to second base, consecutively retire 2 hitters. So now we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still the Nationals 3, White Sox 1. So I'm going to go ahead and, if you are an NBA fan, I'm going to check up on the NBA playoffs just for everybody's enjoyment and because I'm following it closely, it looks like. And also the Chargers are on the board right now. They're on the board for round 2. I want to check up on the NBA if it's going at least, and we can check up on college baseball as well. College baseball is in full swing. So for NBA, we got the Celtics and the Sixers underway. Celtics have an 82-80 lead with 9:55 to go in the 4th. And the Lakers have a 61-50 lead over the Rockets with 1:31 to go in the 2nd quarter. So those, we're probably not going to be able to go check on NBA after this game. We'll probably just do a quick post game after this game. But hope you all enjoy the NBA. If you're an NBA fan, you can go check out that. There's other scores doing the NBA right now, other broadcasters on YouTube doing that. Or you can find your own stream. Whatever is fine for you, but for right now, stay right here. We got a good game, a 3-1 game. The question is now, will Michaelis stay in the game? I think it's a question that we probably need an answer to, but Michaelis seems to be cruising right now after that Murakami home run, but now he'll have to face Murakami again. So how does he approach this? He faces Murakami again. So this is the one guy. This is the guy that they've been afraid of a little bit. Murakami tonight has been the one guy. So Michaelis will work into the 6th. He goes into the wind. First pitch to Benintendi is swung on and missed on a slider, and it'll be a 1. Now that I think about it, maybe it's not an injury. Maybe the White Sox just wanted a guy who's faced him a lot, and Benintendi has probably faced Michaelis a good amount. They're both fairly veterans, the 0-1, and Benintendi takes a changeup down low. I personally have a Red Sox Andrew Benintendi t-shirt, a jersey t-shirt, or one of those jersey shirts, whatever you want to call it. that is one of the things that randomly I just wear a lot. The 1-1 pitch to Benintendi is outside. Ooh, called strike 2. That's in the zone with a fastball, and it'll be a 1-2 count. That's one thing I oddly own, and I just kind of happy I own it. It's just a fun little thing I own that I happen to enjoy to have. And I wear it a lot. I'm not even that big of a Red Sox fan. They're my second team. Michaelis into the wind. The 1-2. Down low, gets away from catcher Millis, but no runners are on base. So it'll be a 2-2 count. Ball taken out of play and a new one put into play. So Lovelady's in the bullpen. That's Richard Lovelady for the Nationals. He's in the pen right now. He's getting warmed up. A lefty. So I'm assuming we'll see him in the 7th maybe. Or he'll come in mid this inning. The 2-2. So I'm going to foul back and we'll do 2-2 again. Once again, Michaelis is a veteran starter who probably has gone long into a lot of games, has had bids for no-hitters. He does not have it tonight, I can say it, but he's had bids for no-hitters. He's had bids for shutouts, great games. He's at 45 pitches. Sure, he's significantly older now, and here comes the 2-2 delivery. Swinging a line drive down the left field line into the corner. Lyle cannot get to it. Off the wall. Lyle plays it off, fires it in. Benintendi into second base with a leadoff double here to start the bottom of the 6th. Andrew Benintendi getting it going with a double off the left field wall. So Benintendi not really a threat to run anymore, though. So now it's going to be Mydroth with a runner on second. This is not good. Murakami will probably hit now with a runner in scoring position. Unless Mydroth drives him in, but then he's hitting probably with a runner on first in a 3-2 game. The best situation here is get Mydroth out without moving Benintendi to third. Here's the pitch to Mydroth. A curveball that stays up in the zone. Called strike 1, but Mydroth does challenge it. I think this one will be a ball, though. I feel like that was high with the meatball curveball. The pitch is a ball. That one is high with the curveball. We'll see how much it's off by. That one is off by 0.3 inches. So not off by much, but it'll be a 1-0 count now. Michaelis comes set. The 1-0. In there, called strike 1 with a sinker. In on the hands on Mydroth. I don't think he liked the call there, but he's not going to use the ABS. It'll be a 1-1 count now. Chase Mydroth, 695 OPS with his 1 home run, 2 runs driven in. The 1-1. Inside ball 2. That one is not called a strike. That one was much more inside and much more a ball. So here's the 2-1 pitch, and in there, called strike 2 on the low and outside corner. So the Nationals are able to steal some pitches here. I think a lot of these have been steals, especially just not the one he ABS that we didn't get, but most of the other ones have been steals. Michaelis sets. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball. This is to the shortstop, Abrams. He goes to first in time, and that one was so up the middle that Benintendi can go nowhere. There you go. Out number 1. There you go. Blaze Costco, 7506. Sup, dude? What is up? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Looks like Butera is going to get out here, yank Michaelis from this game. Meatball Michaelis, you've done a great job. So that'll end Michaelis' day. That'll bring in Richard Lovelady to finish off the 6th inning. So now we turn it over to the pen. Thanks for hanging out with me. 208 subscribers. Thanks for being my new subscriber. Blaze Costco 7506. Thanks for being a new subscriber. Thanks for hanging out with me. Whoever you're rooting for, whenever you're here. Thanks for tuning in. So now we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Murakami to face Lovelady. Luckily, Lovelady is a lefty. So the time Lovelady faced a lefty, he struck out. So, rooting for Sox or Nationals? Yeah, who are you rooting for? Maybe you're a fan of another team, but who are you rooting for in this game? Personally, who are you just rooting for in this game? Just start. Who's that for you? So I'm going to get up Michaelis' line on here. And Skeens, alert. Now he's through 6. So they're headed to the 7th, and something's going on for Skeens. You can look up what that is, maybe. I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. Even if I'm a stream with another game, totally another league, I don't want to jinx it. This looks like Michaelis had a line of 3.2 innings. He only gave up, is that 4 hits? Wow, he gave up 4 hits. We don't know his run line just yet, but he did no walks and a strikeout. Good for him on that. No walks surrendered yet in the game for the Nationals. I went the under runs, so I don't really care who wins as long as there isn't 10 plus runs. Yeah. I mean, I'd like the Nats to score some runs. Right now we're at 4 runs, but if we can hold it at 3-1, you're good, buddy, because this is the Nationals bullpen, though. Welcome to the Nationals bullpen. There's something special about this bullpen, and it's not something good. Lovelady, 9 games, a 1-1 record, no holds with a 3.18 ERA. He'll face Murakami, the fellow lefty. First pitch to Murakami's high outside, ball 1. I don't think yet that Murakami has a game with multiple home runs yet, though. Murakami, 258, 11 home runs, 20 RBIs. He has a home run in this game back in the 4th inning. And this guy over here called it. Mr. Connors called it on his chat, and I will admit I accidentally called it. Pitch to Murakami's outside, and it'll be a 2-0 count. I'll admit I did accidentally call it, but it wasn't on purpose. Some people may say, oh, it was on purpose. I'm a Nationals fan. I wouldn't call Murakami to hit a home run. I wouldn't want that for the team. But I do have Murakami in fantasy, but I don't like that he got me points, because that means he gave up a home run. He hit a home run. The 2-0 to Murakami is in there. Called strike 1. It'll be a 2-1 count, but looks like Murakami's going to challenge this. Was a little outside. I actually don't know what this call will be, but Murakami's going to challenge. It's a ball high. So that one does miss high. So that'll make it a 3-0 count to Munetaka Murakami. Both teams still do all have their challenges, so they've both been successful all game. And it looks like, is Murakami going to get intentionally walked? They're going to walk him. They're going to give him one extra ball so they don't have to face Murakami on a 3-0 count. Honestly, smart. I'll take it. They're going to intentionally walk him. I mean, it was a 3-0 count. It was that or he was going to attack. So now it'll be Miguel Vargas to hit with 1 out and runners on first and second. He flies this one out to left field. Going back is Lyle. Few steps in front of the track. He makes the catch, gets behind it, and fires it back in. Runners will go nowhere. Stay at first and second. So now, Benintendi's at second, Murakami's at first, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Wow, it's a good game. The Nationals, they're attacking. The pitchers are attacking. So now, hopefully, Colson Montgomery hitting .231, 7 home runs. He's been doing pretty well for the White Sox so far, but it is another lefty-lefty matchup. That's fouled back. Lovelady, also a lefty, that throws a bit from the side. So you'll see an arm angle there. So just a little bit from the side. Maybe not fully arm angle throw there, but he's got a little bit of it to himself. Lovelady checks and comes set. The 0-1. Just outside, ball 1, and it's a 1-1 count. Lovelady wearing a long sleeve shirt under his blue Nationals uniform. I think you'd call that midnight blue. That's what they called the spring training hats a couple years ago when they matched the blue uniforms. The 1-1. Called strike 2, but that one is high. ABS challenge from Montgomery. This is going to probably be the 3rd time a Nationals call gets overturned. And it's in there! It's a 1-2 count. In there, called strike 2, and it'll stay at a 1-2 count with 2 outs. So good call there. Just barely touching the zone. So there you go. So it'll be a 1-2 here. Now the White Sox lose a challenge. They're down to 1 challenge now. The Nationals hold 2. They've only used it, I think, a couple times tonight. No hitters used it yet for the Nationals. The 1-2. Down low, ball 2 with a sweeper. That'll make it 2-2 now. So I'm going to keep checking on Skeens here. I don't want to say what he has, but, I mean, what better thing can I do here? So it'll be a 2-2. Bottom of the 6th, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, right field. Gets down in front of Wood. He's going to fire it in. Coming around third into home safely is Benintendi. He will score, and it's a 3-2 game. Colson Montgomery drives in a run on a line drive to right field. Now there's runners on the corners as Murakami was able to advance up to third. Benintendi scores, and it's a 3-2 game. So, there. I think that's all I'm going to really say there is ugh. So now to bring up Cuero, the catcher, he's 0 for 2. Now the Nationals here we go. Runners on the corners. This is a good game, though, 3-2. But I don't want it to be a close game. Now Michaelis has an earned run. He has 2 earned runs now. After the home run. It's the pitch, and this one is grounded at the shortstop. Abrams flips it up to second in time to get the out to end the inning on a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the inning. 2 hits on the inning on 1 run. They leave 2 on base. Now at the end of 6, it's now the Nationals 3, White Sox 2 as we head to the 7th inning. So now it's 3-2, and it's going to be Garcia Jr., Millis, Wood. So I have a treat for you. We got a game going on for the Pirates, and if I can watch it, I'd love to give you guys the call. Yes, we can. Paul Skeens is through 6 2/3, and he has a 0 in a certain column. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Facing Bowers. The Brewers faced the Nationals recently. Skeens will go into the wind. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball. Up the middle, base hit. And there it goes. Paul Skeens is going to lose his perfect game and his no-hitter. With 90 pitches in the 7th inning, loses his bid for the no-hitter in a 4-0 game. He had a perfect game and a no-hitter going. As soon as I turned it on, a base hit was hit. That's on me. I may have cursed it again, guys. That's on me. Sorry. They had put the perfect game tab up and everything, but that's on me. That's on me. I apologize for that, everybody. I may have cursed it. But now, so now we can focus on this game. Paul Skeens loses his perfect game and his no-hitter. Not the best outcome as soon as we turned it on that they lost it. I think that may have been on me. I have been cursing the no-hitters lately when I turn them on. We'll head to the 7th. Garcia Jr., Millis, Wood. So we will get to see Wood this inning. It would be nice if Wood could get something going here. Get the offense going. It'll be Louis to lead it off. He's 1 for 2. You jinxed it again. Yes. So you did hear the story. I did jinx it again. I didn't. I pulled it up to try to see if he could do it. All I was doing was watching it. And he jinxed it again. That second time. At least last time I said it. So it was a mistake. This time, all I did was pull it up to watch it. And that happens. So Louis has a sac fly and a single. Not the best possible outcome for me. Another blown perfect game. But wasn't like I needed that from Skeens. I mean, Foster Griffin had one going to the 6th inning. So I didn't jinx that one because I was calling that game. So Louis, 1 for 1 on the day. The sack doesn't count to his number. Fetty working to the 7th. The pitch, and Louis flies that one down the left field line. Left fielder Antonacci giving it run. It'll go out of play, and it'll be an 0-1 count. I did not mean to jinx it again. The 0-1. Garcia takes a changeup low, and that evens the count up at 1-1. Garcia's been a pretty good hitter, especially when he has runners on base, the 1-1. And Garcia hits it out to left center, but Acuna and the left fielder Antonacci are moving over. It's going to be the left fielder Antonacci to make the catch for out number 1. You know, Fetty's really cruising out here. He's given up 3 runs in 6 innings, but they're leaving him out there. They're going to let him try to do his thing. Now it'll be Drew Millis, who blew a bunt but got a catcher's interference, so it wasn't all that bad. So warming up is Riley Cornelio. Cornelio is warming up to make his debut here in Chicago. And Millis grounds this one to the second baseman. He goes to first in time for the out. Murakami originally went over to try to grab that ball as it was through the hole, but then he ran back to first as Mydroth made a play on it and went to first for out number 2. So that'll bring up James Wood with 2 outs and no runners on. So now Wood, who 0 for 1 on the day, 2 walks drawn. I did not like that I jinxed it again. That's on me. I'm very sorry, everybody. I jinxed it again. Wood, 2 walks on the day, but a strikeout. The pitch is swung on and missed on a cutter, and it'll be 0-1. 0-1, 2 outs. The pitch. Outside, it'll be a 1-1 count. 1-1, 2 outs. I'm really checking in on the Red Sox, and the Orioles are really pounding them. Did he go yard? Oh, I thought that was third for a second. The pitch is outside, ball 2. It's a 2-1 count. I thought it said Rutschman went yard for a third time tonight. There's no way that could happen. That'd be so good for the fantasy team, though. The 2-1, 2 outs. The pitch. Inside, ball 3. It'll be a 3-1 count. So we're going to get the 7th inning stretch in just a minute. And I'll be stretching, so we're going to take a quick break for that. Fetty into the line, the 3-1. In there, called strike 2 with a sweeper, and that'll fill up the count to 3-2. 3-2, 2 outs. Fetty into the line, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball down the right field line, but foul, and we'll do 3-2 again. Ooh! Ball boy almost made a sliding play there onto his knees. He can't make the play. Went off his glove, though, but he recovered. Still made the play. Good for the ball boy. 3-2, 2 outs. Into the line, a pitch. Wood takes upstairs, ball 4, and he draws his 3rd walk of the ball game. James Wood, so adept at drawing walks, and he draws another one here in the 7th. Wow. If it works, it works. And Wood has found out that he can draw walks really, really well. So good for Wood. He's 0 for 1, but he's drawn 3 walks. And it looks like Eric Fetty's day is over, ladies and gentlemen. Will Venable's going to pay him a visit. His day is over, and we will see who the new pitcher is. It's going to be... I don't know who that is. They haven't put the name on the screen yet, but it's a guy. There is a pitcher coming in the game. No, that's a big surprise, but a new guy is coming in. Huge surprise. So here we go. It's going to be Sean Newcomb to pitch for the White Sox here in the 7th. Sean Newcomb is a lefty. He'll come out of the pen to face Lyle here in the 7th. 4.60 ERA in 11 games, no record. So here we go. He'll face Lyle, a lefty, to start his line. So Fetty went 5 2/3, though. So good for Fetty. I mean, good for you coming back after pitching for the Nationals. We'll miss you, Fetty. But we'll get to see you every so often. And I like watching some of his games every so often. One strikeout, but 4 walks for Fetty. Maybe his problem is control just a little bit. Maybe we noticed that a little bit. But he has 3 runs so far. Only 1 is earned. Wow. Does the catcher's interference not count as a run? Oh, wow. That, and I'm wondering, the other one is the one on the air. Nunez on the air, and then Garcia bringing it in. So, only 1 earned run so far for Fetty. But if Wood were able to score, it would be earned to him. Got a lot of baseball and a lot of sports going on tonight. We're in that time where it's right in between baseball and basketball season now, where baseball has just begun and basketball is wrapping up. You get a really good mix right around September and October when you got basketball just getting underway and baseball playoffs starting. And then you also get football just sitting there, football every Sunday and Saturday if you're a college football fan. But we're in a mix right now. Sean Newcomb, once again, 4.60 ERA. Maybe the Nationals can get to him a little bit. It'll be Lyle to hit with a runner on first and 2 outs. Newcomb sets. He's a big man. First pitch swung on and missed on a fastball right in there at 92. Just challenging Lyle with that one. And Lyle swings right through it. 1 for 2 on the day with a Lyle. Single and a walk. The 0-1. That's a slurve that bends in there, called strike 2. Thought that one may have been out of the zone. Lyle calls time now. Be 0-2. Thought that one was out of the zone. That looked like it was significantly out of the zone. Way inside. But a good slurve. Deception on the slurve, even for the ump. The pitch is fouled off. Wood was on the move there. Catcher Cuero had popped up ready to go, but Lyle fouls it off. I don't know what type of jump Wood had, but if he had a good jump, maybe, it's an 0-2, 2 outs. You got to protect here. If it were 0-1, I'd say take. But now it's 2 strikes, 2 outs. You got to be swinging. Newcomb steps back onto the rubber. He comes set. Here's the 0-2. Lyle swings and misses on a fastball inside to end the inning. So Riley Cornelio is going to make his debut here in a Nationals uniform. Here we go. His family's here for this game. So only 3 runs given up for Fetty, only 1 earned. Wow. So now we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. Riley Cornelio is going to pitch for the Nationals. The righty making his debut. So what do we think of this guy? This is our first look at Riley Cornelio, AAA Rochester. He was a starter a little bit. So I did not see him while calling games of theirs, so I actually don't really know what to expect out of this guy. So I'm going to finish up Lovelady's line, and Michaelis, 4 runs. 2 runs for Michaelis, both of them earned, and then no runs. 1 hit for Lovelady, no runs. No walk. He had 1 walk, so it was intentional and no strikeouts. So the only walk of the day was intentional. That's great. Good job to the Nationals bullpen today. I haven't said that in a while. Good job to the Nationals bullpen. And Riley Cornelio going to make his debut. So last season, he 27 games with 3 different leagues, but I think the most important one is his stats AAA Rochester. 8 games all started. He had a 1-3 record over 35 innings. He gave up 22 runs. His ERA, the most important stat, possibly 5.35. But this season, over his 2-0 record, a 2.45 in 4 starts with Rochester, and his family is at the game. He's got a whole group of Nats fans going. Fingers crossed for Cornelio. Yeah, hopefully, maybe he doesn't stay up too long, but let's go Cornelio. Have fun out here. He's going to face Antonacci, Acuna, and Peters. First, Sam Antonacci. 1 for 1 on the day. Hit by pitch and a double. So here we go. He will start the 7th. Cornelio going to get ready to go. His family being shown, and Alexa Dat, the Nats reporter, interviewing them. But I'm just excited to see what he does. He's going to work out of the wind. Cornelio does his step back windup. First pitch is just inside, ball 1 with a fastball. Not in there. That was 97. Cornelio's got a kick to it. Cornelio knows how to throw a little fast. Cornelio steps off the rubber here. Thought he was going to step into his windup, but he's just stepping off. He's going to get a new ball here. Throws his ball away. It was a ball. Why would you want a ball? So Riley Cornelio, decent stats with Rochester. At least to start this season as well. Over his first 4 starts. He has a step windup. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. I don't know how to summarize this. He starts like he's going to go into a windup, and then he immediately steps like he's set. So that's what his windup is right now. He just immediately steps into that. He does it here, the 2-0. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 2-1. Yeah, that's probably the best way to say it, but he starts his windup like he's going to wind up. He stands at that position. Then he immediately steps to being set and then just goes to the plate. He shakes off here. He's got his signal. He goes into the wind. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 3. If he struggles, he'd be Can of Corn Cornelio. Yeah. Can of Corn. Or just Can of Cornelio. Can of Cornelio. That should be a good one. Anything with Can of Corn. So he has a 3-1 count on Antonacci. The pitch. Up high, ball 4 with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And Antonacci's going to draw a walk. So Riley Cornelio walks his first batter that he faces in the big leagues. But Can of Corn Cornelio is a good nickname for him. Or just Can of Cornelio. Something with the corn. Yeah, Can of Cornelio. Oh, much better. Thank you. Can of Cornelio. Coming set is Cornelio. He'll face Luis Angel, who immediately shows bunt. He goes after it, but they're going to call. It's going to be ball 1, but looks like Millis is going to immediately challenge this. He does. So here we go. We'll see what the pitch is. It looked a little outside, kind of near the zone. The pitch is a ball, just off. So the Nationals, Millis is going to lose the challenge off by 1/10 of an inch. So probably not the best option to challenge it, but it's okay. Coming set to Cornelio. Can of Cornelio has Luis Angel back in the bunt position. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. Runner got a good secondary like he was going to go, but he doesn't. So it looks like Luis Angel is going to bunt here. He's shown it twice. So I'm assuming he has the need and the want to bunt right now. I have the feeling he's going to bunt. Cornelio sets. The 2-0. And that is just outside, ball 3 with a fastball. It's a 3-0 count at 96 with that one. It'll be a 3-0 count. On first is Antonacci. He's got wheels. He could go. But now Acuna has a 3-0 count. He's got to be taking here. Sets Cornelio, the pitch. Right in there, called strike 1, and it's a 3-1 count. Just pumping it right into the zone. So we're now tied in the poll between White Sox and Nationals. So we must have some White Sox fans here. So that'll be a 3-1 count. Coming set is Cornelio. He delivers. Outside, ball 4, and Cornelio has walked 2 straight here in his debut. He's thrown 10 pitches, though, so if you need to yank him, yank him. So now that'll bring up Peters. I mean, I think people will get this. I do not. Simon Matthews is going to come out and talk to Cornelio here. Just tell him, settle down, figure it out. I do not want Riley Cornelio in any way touching the vicinity of Munetaka Murakami. With any runners on base, any situation possible, Munetaka Murakami needs to face a seasoned veteran, hopefully a lefty. Double play here would be nice. Double play here. Then you get Mydrith. You can save Murakami for the 8th. Just get a lefty. I'm wondering who in our bullpen do we have that is a lefty? Who is available? I'm wondering now because hopefully Cornelio doesn't have to face him. Because I would not want Cornelio in his debut to face Munetaka Murakami. You could go to possibly, you go to Mitchell Parker. Mitchell Parker, I believe he went yesterday, though. He might be out. Parker, if he's available. Cornelio sets the first pitch to Peters. He's going to show bunt, and he fouls it back on a bunt. So it'll be 0-1 now. I don't see fouls on bunts a lot. You rarely see that, so it'll be an 0-1 count. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to Friday Night Baseball on District Nation. Tuning in with some Nationals baseball. I really enjoyed calling the last few Nationals games I've called. I'll check up on our like count right here. So he's going to immediately show bunt. Peters already in the bunt position. The pitch. He gets it down. Cornelio fields it up the line. He goes to first. He yips it away into right field. Nunez has to dive to get it, and this game is tied. Riley Cornelio with error after error. That time throws a ball away from the first baseman Garcia, and this game is tied at 3. So Peters is able to get the bunt down and just bunt it down the first base line. Get Cornelio nervous. You can tell he's very wound up tight right now. Get him out. He's costing us the game. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you right now. I totally agree. Thank you so much to the DC Sports Guide for hanging out with me tonight. But I agree with you. Get this guy out. I mean, he just yipped a ball to the outfield, and now this game is tied. We are tied with the White Sox. I mean, what's new? So I'll see how they score that. But in the meantime, it's going to be Benintendi with runners on the corners. The pitch. High ball one with a slider. Geez, 2 balls and an air. Gets this guy out of here. He's faced 3 batters. Get Mitchell Parker in the game. Whoever is, I don't care who's warming up. If there is a plumber in the bullpen right now, get him into the game. 2 walks. The 1-0. Swinging a fly ball. This one is out to right center. It's Young and Wood. It's going to be Young to make the catch. Runner headed home. Young fires it home. The throw is not in time. And the White Sox take the lead. Benintendi with a sac fly drives in a run here in the 7th inning. And the White Sox have a lead in this game. So now it's not, so they're going to give him they gave Peters a single, and then E2 to get him, then E2 to score Antonacci. So he's still in the game. So now 2 runs score, and that'll bring up Benintendi, that'll bring up Madroth. First pitch is inside, ball 1. So an RBI sac fly for Benintendi. So Peters is on second. Nationals challenge that, and that's way outside. What are you challenging? Now that's way outside by almost 2 inches possibly, and the Nationals are out of challenges twice in a row from Drew Millis. Drew Millis loses them their challenges twice in a game. So it's a 4-3 game, the pitch. In there, called strike 1. There goes the game. Well, it can still happen. Got a feel for his family, yeah. I mean, they came out to the game. They're all excited, and he goes, walk, single air, sac fly. Yeah, they came out to the game. You got to feel bad for him, too. And you get put in that situation in your debut. As much as we don't like him. The 1-1 is inside, ball 2. Now we've seen him pitch. Send him down to AAA Rochester. He's gotten the experience. Call back Andrew Alvarez. Andrew Alvarez did great on Sunday. Andrew Alvarez had an absolutely amazing game. Went 4 innings. Did great. Bring him back up. The 2-1 from Cornelio is in there. Called strike 2 with a slider. But Millis losing 2 challenges in the same inning. And the second one on a terrible pitch. So, I don't get it. That's something where you got to think, what are you doing at that point? Why are you challenging that? We're losing. You got to be scarce with these because we're going to need him hitting the pitch, and that's fly down the right field line and foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. We're at 209. Thank you so much to the DC Sports Guide. I need Washington to win to move on in my parlay. Couple bettors already back in here. I mean, good way. If you need a checkup, head to the stream. Sad choking against the White Sox, yeah. It's not fun when we choke it against the Sox. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line again, and it's foul. Not what you wanted tonight. But now the Nationals get to show their very, very persevering offense because that is something they're good at. And it's something that they found that they can do. They have a very persevering offense. Cornelio sets. The 2-2 coming, the pitch. Call! Strike 3 with a slider. And there it is. Riley Cornelio's first strikeout is a strikeout looking for out number 2. So there you go. Settle in a little bit, Riley. Get a strikeout on the board. So 2 outs now here in bottom 7. Oh, his family got excited there. The dad got really excited. He hopped up and just looked for people to high five. Someone was offering him a fist bump, and he took it. Cornelio sets. The pitch. Oh, he's facing Murakami. Swing and a miss on a fastball at 98. I just realized this. He's facing Murakami now. Munetaka Murakami versus Riley Cornelio now at 22 pitches. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. Cornelio sets. This is a worrying matchup, but it'd also be pretty cool. The 0-1 coming. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball into the outfield. Young under it. And he makes the catch for out number 3 to end the inning. 3 outs in a row after Cornelio has trouble in that inning. He gets the strikeout. 2 runs I believe only none of them are earned so far. I'm assuming none of them have earned yet because the error was on him, but still, it's an error. So we're going to head to the 8th inning. It's 4-3 White Sox now. So Cornelio, they're both earned. Only one hit in the inning, an error, and a man left on. So now, 1 run on the board, it makes it a 4-3 game. Or 2 runs on the board, makes it a 4-3 game. So, on a good note, for Washington Sports Commanders drafted Antonio Williams, wide receiver from Clemson. Big get for us. That's a good get. I feel like it's a good thing. Pure Adrenaline Sports and their viewers just joined. What is up, Pure Adrenaline Sports and friends? Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, PAS, for that redirect. Thanks for hanging out with me. So we got a 4-3 game here. White Sox are currently beating the Nationals, which is my team. But thanks for hanging out, everybody, for whatever reason you're here. Welcome to the PAS Network family joining us tonight on the live stream broadcast. Thank you so much for joining in, Charles. Be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you are not here already. PAS in the house. Yes, thank you. Pure Adrenaline Sports for that redirect. We're in the top of the 8th inning, and the White Sox just took a lead over the Nationals. And if you're wondering, PAS, Murakami had no reason to do with this comeback. We had a pitcher debut in the 8th inning that since he was only charged with 1 run, Cornelius' ERA is 9 instead of 18. Woohoo. Only 9. So it looks like Matthews and Doolittle came over and talked to Cornelio a little bit. So I don't think he's going to come back out, though. Yeah, PAS, no involvement. Murakami had no involvement in the comeback that just happened. So, Mr. District Nation, CEO, great night. Thank you, Charles, for hanging out with me. Smash them 3 subs and hit the like buttons. Now to be Brady House to face Leeser, the new pitcher. Leeser will pitch now for the White Sox. First pitch. It's a ball, so it'll be a 1-0 count. Coming sets Leeser. Here's the pitch to House. And House swings and drives it out to right field. Going back is the right fielder Peters. And he can't get it. It's gone, and this game is tied. Watch it fly, Brady House. And the Nationals knotted up with the first batter in the 8th inning. Brady House has done it, and he ties this game up. There you go, Brady House getting us right back into it off the second pitch from Leeser, and he gets the Nationals to tie it right back up. To the opposite field, Brady House getting it done, and it's tied at 4. Yeah, he does have a home run. He did it back in the first inning. Abrams swings through that one, and it's an 0-1. 4th inning home run from Murakami. Thanks for the redirect. Thank you so much. Yeah, Brick House Homer. That's a good one. Brick House Homer. Brick House Homer. Watch it fly, Brady House. The 0-1. Abrams swings and fouls this one off, and it'll be 0-2. There you go, Brady House. Go to the opposite field, and House has tied this one up at 4. You play to win the game. Thank you, Charles. Here is the 0-2. Outside, ball 1 to Abrams. Abrams has the potential to do the same thing that House just did. Abrams is just as powerful. 283, 7 bombs on the season, 20 RBIs. C.J. Abrams up to face Leeser, the new pitcher. I'll get a first name in a second, the 1-2. That hits him on the hands. Did they get him? They're going to call it a foul ball. So Cornelio saved a little bit as the Nationals tied up. So this is Jordan Leeser, 1-0 record with a 4.63. Do you watch NHL? Not really. I mean, I'll watch it every so often just to entertain myself. Leeser sets. The 1-2. Outside, ball 2, and it's a 2-2 count. Keep smashing the thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. And we just hit 210 subscribers. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. Maybe you're from PS's chat. Maybe you just found me. Thank you so much for hitting that. Ball 3, and that fills up the count to 3-2. Yes, listen to PAS. Keep hitting that like button. We're all knotted up at 4, so hang out with us for a good game. Brady House getting it done, though. Go Brady House. 3-2. Abrams swings and misses. And Abrams is down on that one. And it's strikeout number 1 for Leeser. So Leeser, the righty. House goes to the opposite field, though. Getting it done. Good job for House. Leeser came in the 8th with a lead. They no longer have a lead. Honestly, if I was the White Sox, I would have stayed with the other guy. I would have stayed with Newcomb. The pitch to Young, and it's outside and high, ball 1. The Nationals are out of their challenges, but if we go to extras, which I hope we don't, I think that they do get another. I know that we get another. So now it'll be Young. Here's the 1-0. And Young hits this one out to center field. Going back to Acuna at the track, at the wall. And he makes the catch a couple steps onto the track for out number 2. As he goes up against the wall trying to stop himself. So that's out number 2, and that'll bring up Vivas. So Newcomb only works 0.1 innings. He gave up no runs and a K. So that's all he really did. Abrams in a little slump. A collective greeting and knowledge to all of us joining tonight on District Nation live stream broadcast. Thank you, Charles, for hanging out with me as well. First pitch to Vivas, and Vivas takes outside with a fastball. It's a 1-0 count. So we're tied up at 4 right here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for the redirect. PAS, thanks for helping me out a little bit and helping me gain that new subscriber, the 1-0. And Vivas, check swing, yes, and it's a 1-1 count. We are at 14 likes. Let's go. We got a ton of people in the chat right now, so be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Everyone here, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. And Vivas will call time here with a 1-1 count. 2 outs, a tie game. What a game so far. Thought the Nationals, earlier we said this game was down the drain. Then Brady House brings us right out of it. Here's the pitch, and Vivas swings and flies this one out to shallow left. Coming in as the left fielder, Antonacci, and Antonacci will make the catch. So Cornelio, after struggling in the 7th, I don't think he's coming back out, but Brady House getting it done in the 8th inning. He puts the Nationals right back into a tie game. It's 4-4. So that's how you get it done. Just come up. You are in this situation. So here we go. What is up, Chef Whistler? Detroit Tigers fan here. Just tuning in because I need the Sox for a nice parlay. Yep, you're the 3rd bettor coming in. Thanks for tuning in with me no matter why you're here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you hit whatever you're after, and thanks for subscribing. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. We'll head to inning number 8, and thanks for being a Tigers fan. You're lucky. You have Scooble. Sometimes I wish I have a pitcher as good as Scooble. I'm wondering if Cornelio's out yet, or they're going to go to someone like Varland or Parker for the 8th inning. I'd like it to be Parker, but I don't think the Nationals will use him. The Nationals find their way right back onto the board. So Cornelio is staying out there. According to MLB, Cornelio is going back out. I don't know why. I would like some logic behind what told Simon Matthews, Sean Doolittle, Blake Butera to send him back out. Sounds like a good game so far in Chicago, delayed in Cincinnati right now. Yeah, we got a good game going. If this game goes to extras, I have a feeling Murray will win it for Sox. I would like him not to. We just gained 2 more. We're at 212. Thank you so much. Yo, fellow Tigers fan here too. What is up, Don Loudpack? I've got money on this game. 2K on a W here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. All you guys, no matter what team you root for. Say maybe your favorite player. Everybody right now, if you're here, put your favorite player in the chat, no matter what team. So Cornelio's going to stay out for the 8th. First pitch is swung on and missed on a fastball, and it's 0-1. I know Tigers fans are probably going to say Scooble, Riley Green. Either one of those. Miguel Vargas, 200 average, 5 home runs. He hits here in the bottom of the 8th. Cornelio, the 0-1. In there, called strike 2. Riley Cornelio settling in a little bit. He's found a rhythm. Cornelio. Waiting. He's waiting. He goes into the wind. The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball. This is at the shortstop. Abrams, he curls around, fires over to first. Not in time. And now Miguel Vargas has a hit here in the bottom of the 8th. The good thing is Murakami got out back in the 7th, so we don't have to face him for 9 hitters. We don't have to face Murakami for a while. It'd be really nice if we didn't have to. And that is possible. If the Nationals can somehow, in some world, face the next, just retire the next 6, we don't have to face Murakami. Here's the pitch. That is low and inside, ball 1 to Montgomery. The shortstop, he is 1 for 3 on the day. He grounded out, then grounded into a double play, then a single. Love my entire team. Literally cannot pick just one. Will Vest just signed a ball and gave it to me, so I'm pretty cool with him about that. That's really cool. Getting signed balls is crazy. Here's the ball down low. Ball 2. Getting a signed ball is always awesome. It's crazy when it happens. In the moment, it's just so fun. So we've gained 4 subscribers tonight. Thank you so much to those new subscribers. We got a lot of people who place parlays of some sort, but I'm appreciative of it. You can tell me about your bets because you never know. A lot of people make sports bets. I'm not really a betting guy. I like just enjoying the game. Maybe in my head, place an over-under for like 5 push-ups. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike 1. Montgomery's going to challenge it, but I think this is a strike. That looks shoulder height. I think this is going to be a strike. He challenged it. The pitch was not a strike. It's upstairs. So it's a 3-0 count. So that's overturned to a 3-0. Favorite player was Ryan Zimmerman until he retired, and Kern is Wood. Exciting player to watch with his easy power. I agree. Such a smooth swing. It's great. Thanks for hanging out with me, DC Sports Guide. Cornelio checks on the runner at first. He comes set. He really settled in earlier, but now looking to try to get an out. The pitch is inside, ball 4. And now 2 runners in a row led on base. First a single, and then Cornelio lets him on base with a walk. So now we want there. Thank you so much to a new subscriber. We're now at 213. Awesome. Now Simon Matthews will come out again. Here's the thing. Why is Matthews going out, not Butera? Get him out of the game by this point. Get him out of the ball game. He's not doing that great. It's not like he's walking guys. He's letting guys on base. We're tied right now. We need a good arm out there, and hopefully, maybe Cornelio can do that, but I don't know. Hopefully, they can do that. Hopefully, Cornelio can provide that skill level. My God, get this guy out of... Yes, that's exactly what I said. Why is Matthews out there and not Butera? Why is Butera not giving a finger right now to right field with a pitcher in the bullpen ready to go? I'm hoping when they show me the camera that there's a guy currently throwing and getting warm so Cornelio doesn't have to keep going. He has given up 3 passes in 2 innings. Cornelio's thrown the fastball 80%, so he's trying to rely on the fastball. He's probably really nervous right now, but get him out. He's at 30 pitches. He'll square to bunt again. This is Cuero scoring to bunt. The pitch. He gets it down. And it's going to be in the middle of nowhere, going to first in time. Is that picked? Yes, Nasim Nunez covered second in time for out number 1. So that was a good play there. On a bunt, Garcia came into play, and Nunez went over to cover second. So that's a 3-4 ground out. Moves Montgomery to second, Vargas over to third. So an interesting choice of the play. That Garcia played it and then fired over to Nunez, who had to make a pick on one knee. So good job by Nunez to make the play. Good play there. So now the infield's in with runners on second and third and 1 out. First pitch shows bunt, and that's low and inside. But Mills is able to smother it, but some dirt got into his eye, so we're going to call time. Let Mills get the dirt out of his eye. Yeah, I agree with this message very heavily. I don't know why he's still in the game. We should get him out right now. Bottom of the 8th, and Millis is going to come out. Now the trainer is going to come visit him. Is he getting an eye drop? Oh, never seen that before. He gets an eye drop. So he's okay now. Now he gets a towel. He single-handed lost us the game. They're going to score here. Yeah, just be sure no spoiler. Oh, no spoiler. I thought that was a spoiler. Get him out, yeah. If you guys want to make predictions, if you're new here, no spoilers in the chat. Just let me make the call. I'm a little behind ESPN. So it looks like some dirt got into Millis' eye or something. I believe it's some dirt. But get him out. Yeah, every Nats fan in here agrees. He should not be in the game right now. I don't know why he is. So you 1-0, 1 out. Cornelio comes set. The infield is very in right now. The pitch. This one is flied out to left but foul, and we'll do 1-1 now. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning of a good tie game here. Anything can happen next inning. Next inning, we're going to have the bottom of the lineup, Nunez, Garcia Jr., and Millis for the Nationals. But the bottom of the order has been managed to manufacture 2 runs from 7, 8, 9. So they've scored a little bit. It's not like they've been useless. The 1-1. In there, called strike 2, and it's a 1-2 count. 1-2, 1 out. Cornelio. Shaking off a little. I mean, why is he shaking off? Nothing is working for him right now. Just listen to what the catcher says. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. Lyle chasing after it. Does not make the catch. Did he make the catch? He did. Running home is the runner on third, Vargas. He will score. Into third safely is Montgomery. So a sac fly into the corner by Antonacci. Scores a run, moves a runner to third, and now the White Sox have the lead at 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Get back to this message. Let's keep this message up for a little while. Why is this man still in the game? Realistically, what is this man still doing in the game? Thank you to that new subscriber. We're now at 214. Lau made a good play there. If there weren't runners on, that would have been a web gem, but there are runners on, so that'd be Luis Angel Acuna. Ball gets... Millis smothers it, actually. That was way outside, or just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. That has been Cornelio tonight. Ball 4, ball 8. That has been Cornelio tonight. We thought the debut would go a little bit better, but it has not gone well. Cornelio sets. We put a lot of pressure on him in his MLB debut. The 1-0. Up high, ball 2 with a fastball. Troublemaker. Let me get this. Here's your name. Troublemaker Brick 1706. Hey there, everybody. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Just subbed. Thank you so much to this new subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing. The 2-0. Inside, ball 3, and it'll be a 3-0 count. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. We got a good game going on here. The White Sox have a 1-run lead, though. And if you can tell by the layout, I'm a Nats fan. Just by the jersey I'm wearing. Wait, let me turn this way. Got the Nats jersey on, and then the wood picture above me. The picture over there, and that is a fastball that'll be in there, called strike 1, and it's a 3-1 count. So not much has gone right for the Nationals right now, especially with Cornelio on the mound. Just a lot of pressure was put on him for a debut. Cornelio sets. 3-1, 2 outs, the pitch. Up high, ball 4, and Acuna draws another walk. Who drew a walk back in the 7th. He's going to draw another one here. Butera still is not coming out there. So another walk. Get this man some glasses so he can see the strike zone. Exactly. That's a good one. Get him glasses so he can see the strike zone. He has thrown so many balls right now. 2 batters walked in this inning. 2 walked in the inning before. Cornelio. And he's a bullpen arm. Former starter. First pitch, and this one is inside, ball 1. Almost got Peters. Wow. With the eye emojis. So now it'll be a 1-0 count. So now 1-0, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. It's going to be Montgomery at third, Acuna at first. Coming set is Cornelio. Here's the pitch, and that is hit deep. Right center field, going back is Young at the track, at the wall, and he makes the catch right in front of the wall for out number 3, inning over to end the inning. Wow, well, Young makes the catch. I would say he saved Cornelio, but Cornelio didn't really get saved. 2 runners left on base, 1 hit, 1 run. So now, as we head to the 9th, you better practice Monday. I got you. I'll be there, Ian. All right, so we'll head to the 9th. The White Sox have a 5-4 lead. It's going to be Nunez, Garcia Jr., and Millis. We'll see if the Nationals have a little bit of fight left in them. Thanks for tuning in all game, everybody, as we head to the top of the 9th inning. We're going to head to the 9th. Thank you to everybody. We have gained a few subscribers tonight, and we're up to 214. We came into the stream 208, so thank you, everybody who tuned in tonight. Maybe you just subscribed now. Maybe you're a Nats fan. Maybe, as some people said, Tigers fans. We had a couple White Sox fans and just fun sports fans. And now we got Dr. Delay and his viewers coming in. What is up, everybody, from Dr. Delay? Thanks for the redirect, Doc. Thank you so much for redirecting over here. So thank you for coming over. Dr. Delay and his fans, welcome in. Thank you so much for whatever you're coming over from. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We're at 17 likes. We're at 18 likes. We got plenty of people in the stream. So if you haven't just yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please, Lord, score here. Like number Charlie Batch. Dr. Delay redirect. Let's go, Bucks. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Delay. We got 9th inning here. White Sox Nationals. White Sox lead by 1. We got the bottom of the order coming up for the Nationals. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in with us, especially those who are not Nats fans. Maybe you're coming here from the redirect from Dr. Delay, or maybe from PAS, or maybe you just found the channel. Thank you so much as we head to the 9th. Nunez to lead off, then Garcia Jr., then Millis. We'll see who it is. I believe it's going to be whoever the White Sox closer is. We're going to see. 1-run lead in the 9th. So here we go for the 9th inning. It's going to be Dominguez. This is Saren Anthony Dominguez. Haven't heard of this guy, but I'm assuming he's their closer. 1-2 record over 10 games. 5 for 7 on save attempts. First pitch to Nunez is inside, ball 1. So Saren Anthony Dominguez to try to go for the save. So to be a 1-0 count here. Leisure went an inning. So the pitch. In there, called strike 1. So Leisure only went 1 inning. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned on a home run from Brady House. I'd love to see that right about now. Same type of situation. Here's the pitch, and Nunez takes a sweeper upstairs. It'll be a 2-1 count. Can't really translate that, but thanks for tuning in. And there's Sox there, so I'm assuming it's talking about the White Sox. Here's the 2-1, and Nunez swings and fouls it back, and it'll be 2-2. Make sure to subscribe. He's the next great play-by-play guy on YouTube. Dr. Delay approved. Thank you so much, Dr. Delay, for saying that. Most runs scored in 7th inning or later. Brewers with 55, Guardians with 54, Nationals with 52. So thank you, Dr. Delay, for that as well. Here's the pitch. Nunez swings and fouls it off. We'll do 2-2 again. Thank you, Dr. Delay. Be sure to subscribe to Dr. Delay as well. Dr. Delay provides amazing play-by-play. Hoping that me and Dr. Delay can talk more at some point. Love talking to him, talking sports a lot. He is a great source for football and baseball. The pitch is down low, called strike 3. Nunez takes it there, out number 1 here in the 9th. So if we tie this up, it's going to be Benintendi, Majdroth, and Murakami in the bottom of the 9th. Hi, guys. What's up, chums? Thanks for coming back in. Maybe that has to do with Murakami. Not really. The pitch to Dominguez, and Garcia takes it in there, called strike 1. I've been talking about this all game. The offense is a lot White Sox, but we had a pitcher debut today, Riley Cornelio. He got put into a very hard situation. I feel bad for the guys. It's an 0-1 count to Garcia as that one's in there. Here's the pitch, and that one is swung on. Hit into the right center gap. That's going to fall for a base hit and get all the way to the wall. Acuna cuts it off. Garcia around first, headed to second, And Luis Garcia Jr. has a double here in the top of the 9th inning. Luis Garcia Jr. is not going to go down without a fight. Now there's a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Luis Garcia Jr. will not fall without a fight. Another subscriber, we're up to 216. Thank you so much. It's referring to the comment law. I have no idea. Yeah, maybe that has to do with Murakami, the Japanese comment. Yeah. Got a lot of Murakami fans around the world. So now Joey Wiemer is going to pinch run for Luis Garcia Jr. here in the 9th. They're going to open up the bench a little bit. And now it'll be a pinch hitter. Jose Tena is going to pinch hit here in the 9th. Leave it all out here. Tena. And Ruiz is now strapping on his gear. So Ruiz, I assume, is going to go in if we get to the 9th. So now Butera's unloading the bench. Wiemer on second. Tena to face Dominguez, who's blown 2 saves so far. Even if they tie it, it's a blown save. 267 average. No home runs, 6 RBIs for Tena. Thanks to everyone who has tuned in today and subscribed. We've gained 8 subscribers. We're still going. So now, Dominguez sets the pitch to Tena. Tena takes a strike in there with a fastball, and it's 0-1. 1 out. Runner on second. Remember, everybody, just please don't spoil it for everybody else. Let me make the call. Maybe ignore ESPN if you want to while we do this. So the Nationals have more hits of pinch hitters than anybody in the league. The 0-1. Tena takes a splitter outside and even the count up at 1-1. So they have more hits than anybody of all the players, of all the teams in MLB. They're the best pinch hitters because the Nationals love to unload the bench. They treat every game like a spring training game. Dominguez sets the 1-1 to Tena. Tena takes a ball down low in the dirt. Wiemer's not going to go anywhere, and it makes it a 2-1 count. 2-1, 1 out. We got a good game here. It's in the dirt. Almost got away from the catcher, Cuero, but he's a decent defender, and he keeps it in front of him. Dominguez sets the 2-1. And Tena drowns this one up the middle. The shortstop plays it. He goes to first in time for the out, and that's out number 2. Wiemer over to third. And the last hope for the Washington Nationals will be James Wood with 2 outs. But knowing them, there's no way they're pitching to James Wood here. There's absolutely no way. So now, is this going to be Venable to come out and talk to him? Or it's going to be the pitching coach will come out. That's not Venable. So he's not coming out of the game. But this is behind. I apologize, everybody. ESPN is behind, but I'll refresh the page for you just in case you want updates. But if you do want updates, don't really check ESPN. I really leave it up there for anyone who wants a score update, a recap of what's going on, just to go. So they are going to pitch to James Wood here with 2 outs and the tying run on third. They're going to pitch to James Wood. I mean, if I'm the coach or anyone, I'm walking him here. This is a lefty-righty matchup with James Wood up. The pitch. Wood takes a splitter in there, called strike 1. So, Wood has been good hitting low in counts, though. He can get deep into a count and then do something. Dominguez. Back on the rubber. He comes set. Wiemer at third. The 0-1 to Wood. Wood takes a splitter low and in the dirt, and it's a 1-1 count. Have to walk Wood. Yeah, they're not going to. They're going to pitch to him. I thought you'd walk him. That's what I thought, too, and I'm a Nats fan. So if I think it, you should probably do it. Dominguez comes set. The 1-1. And Wood swings and misses. I got $200 on this game right now on Underdog. Wow. Thank you so much to that new subscriber, Camden Tucker. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for subscribing. So it'll be a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Wiemer away from third. 90 feet away, 1-2 count, 2 outs. Dominguez sets the pitch. Wood takes a splitter low, and it evens the count up at 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Runner at third. Down by 1. Welcome to baseball. It's April, and we're already getting this. But it's also in Chicago. The 2-2. Up high, ball 3, and that fills up the count at 3-2. So it's a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Dalen Lyle on deck. So Dalen Lyle, a good average hitter, a good at hitting for average, and Wood here hits for power. So it'll be a 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and this game is over. The White Sox take the victory. There you go. Dominguez untucks his shirt for the save, and James Wood is put away for the save. And the Nationals fall 5-4 to the White Sox, just barely. Dominguez threw him a low splitter there, and it split right at the time. That ends the game. Fireworks from the stadium. So here we go. That ends it, ladies and gentlemen. That'll end the game. So now, tough scene, yeah, tough scene. Just not there. Just, I mean, we tried. We can't say we didn't go out. Yeah, a loss there. Ken Tucker has a letter there. So here we go. Just some final thoughts here. Here we go. Wow. So in the beginning, we looked good. We looked good. I mean, beginning of the game, we got some runs manufactured. Vivas, Nunez, and Garcia worked together. Of course, House with that home run late in the game, and Cornelio sitting. Bye-bye $200. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I know that. So here we go. I got a redirect for you guys. But for now, I just want to talk about the game for a second. Just a lot could have happened with that game. I think a lot of things didn't go right, but the biggest thing is Riley Cornelio. We put him. I had faith in him, but we put him in the situation way too early. We should have given him time. He should have been the Michaelis situation instead of that situation. Down by 1, working hard. I mean, probably the best you could have gotten out of him in that situation. He is put in the 7th inning with a 1-run deficit. He's going to be nervous. But walking 4 guys, he walked 4 guys. That's just... Murakami obviously hit the home run off of Michaelis. Meatball served up a meatball to him. So that's just a little thoughts on the game. And I think Cornelio, he got his start too early. I think that situation in your debut, I don't know. That situation in debut is actually interesting. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in today, especially at the end. I also got $200 also on Cardinals to win against Mariners. Okay, good luck with that one. I will tune into that game. There you go. And thank you to you. So now we're getting going. So I have a link for you, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into today's game. Wow. Just interesting. I think throwing Cornelio into that situation that early probably wasn't the best bet. Just not the best bet in general. So I think in the future, if we're going to debut a guy's going to have his first game, maybe don't put him into that situation. So that's just going to end it. Thank you so much to everybody who has tuned into today's broadcast. Thank you so much. We got a good game here towards the end, 5-4 game. Murakami, he obviously torched us with that home run. And, of course, Brady House showing some power at the end. But Cornelio coming back in also, I was confused about. But there's just a lot that was interesting in that game, especially Cornelio. Thank you so much. There you go. Head over to Play-by-Play with JJ. He's covering the Marlins and the Giants. So head over to him. Hang out with him. Thank you so much to everyone who has come by. I'll see you this Sunday with the series finale of this series. We can't cover tomorrow. I have something to do. But today, thank you so much for tuning in. Head over to Play-by-Play with JJ. Tell him I said hey. Tell him I redirected you. I'll be over there in a second. But thank you so much. I will see you all on Sunday with the series finale from Chicago. Dang, Beavis and Butthead lost us the game. Yep. Thank you so much, DC Sports Guide, for subscribing. We'll be back soon on Sunday with the series finale. I'll see you all there.